forgot to do one thing. What up, everybody? Apologies for. Oh, let me. Got sound coming through the monitor. Check. So we just trying to adjust our audio levels. So glad to have you guys tuning in. So give us a second. We're switching over to a new board. Everybody good? Spike, how the game going, bro?
What game?
There's no basketball game on right now?
I checked out. I was setting everything else up on my phone.
Damn.
So you got a brand new phone?
Yeah.
Or you had them fix the screen?
It was unfixable. I didn't show you the picture.
No, you did not.
Yeah, it wasn't fixable. It got caught in a recliner in a little metal thing, and then I reclined it, trying to open it up and make it fall out.
Dang, trying to recline like a old man.
That's what he said happened.
Oh, that ain't what happened?
That's what he said. He told me earlier that he had it in his back pocket, and he was walking around, and somebody smacked him in his ass, and his little bony butt bone broke it.
That happened to me. I was over at my in-laws, and everybody let everything. Oh, damn.
Who did it?
Oh, my best man. I know it was terrible. Let us know if we're okay. We're just kind of talking. Want to make sure everybody's good level-wise. But that happened to me with my iPad. I was over at my in-laws, and I put my iPad down, and I picked up the chair and scooted back, and it just it stepped on it.
I don't hear anything. Maybe it paused.
So it was terrible. So yeah.
Yeah, it was a
pretty
whole
bad.
inconvenience thing. And then I have to get my number transferred, so I called T-Mobile. And I was getting transferred from one account to another one because I've been meaning to do it, so now was the perfect time. And it was so frustrating because they weren't American. And they
weren't married?
American.
Oh Lord, nah. Well,
How do
okay.
you
Well,
know
now
they
we're about
weren't
to be
American?
Spike about to get us in trouble already.
They just weren't American.
How do you know?
Because they weren't getting the accent one.
That makes
And
them
then-
not American?
Yes.
No, it doesn't. It doesn't.
See, you tell me to stop. I'm trying to.
Well-
See?
Clean it up so we can start this
Help
review.
him is all I'm saying.
I'm trying to
Rob-
help him. I want him to work through
Rob
it.
gave us a
helping him?
thumbs
I want
up.
him to work through it.
Rob gave us a thumbs up, so we're ready to go.
Jesus
Go ahead and clean
Christ.
it up. We ain't gonna leave you. leave
We
you out
ain't
there.
helping him.
I don't care. No,
See?
no,
You
but
don't
my
give a
point
fuck.
was there was context lacking in what I was saying because in order to activate the phone, they had to send me a text message.
God damn.
And I asked the lady, I said, well, how you going to send a text message if you haven't activated the phone? And she was like, well, you just be in Wi-Fi, it'll be fine. And I knew that wouldn't work. I was like, well, I'm not in Wi-Fi, I'm in the T-Mobile store because they couldn't do it there either. And I asked her again, and I was like, how are you going to send me a text to verify my identity if there is no cellular service?
I was saying
And she was like, well, yeah, once you get the Wi-Fi, you'll be fine. You thought I was going to do an accident, didn't you?
No, I didn't.
You want me to do it?
No,
Okay. All right.
She's like, once you get the Wi-Fi, you'll be fine. So I drove home, called them back. I spent
No, go ahead.
an hour with them going through the activation and everything. And then she goes, well, did you receive the text message? I said, no, I didn't get the text message because there's no cell service. You haven't activated the new phone yet. And then she had to get her supervisor. And her supervisor was going through the whole thing with me again. I says, look, it says SOS at the top up there. There are no signals. You guys have not activated the phone. And she was like, well, yeah, just let me try some troubleshooting, and I'm going to try to send the text again. I said, again, ma'am, you can't send a text to a phone where there is no cell service. And then she's like, well, you don't have T-Mobile Wi-Fi? I was like, no, I don't have T-Mobile Wi-Fi. I never told y'all I had T-Mobile Wi-Fi.
Were you at home?
Yeah.
So why didn't you just put the phone on Wi-Fi?
I did, but they can't send you a cellular text through SMS on Wi-Fi. And I know
Wi-Fi,
you trying
yeah.
to
I know. I was
Yeah,
trying
yeah.
to. I was
then
trying
at
to
the-
get him there.
At the end of
Try to get him mad again.
I was pissed, kids. At the end of all of it, she goes, well, because I was at the store for 2 hours.
Oh,
And I
my
asked them-
God.
I asked them at the store, I was like, shouldn't I just do this here? They're like, no, it'd be fine. Just talk to customer service. At the end of talking to customer service, well, you're going to have to go to the store and show them your ID. And I was like, what? And I was like, well, Y'all just ran a credit check on me and verified and opened an account. So I can do that without y'all knowing who I am. Y'all have my social. I gave you my home address. Everything that you need to verify who I am, I've already given you. She's like, yeah, but since you can't verify through text message, you got to go show them your ID at the store. I was so mad. And T-Mobile, of course, was closed on my way in, so I still ain't got it activated yet.
Damn, so you don't have shit right now. That's how my phone
got my
works. It's
backup
just
phone.
the only reason it does that because it's 10 years old. But anyway, yeah, my shit be in and out. Glad to have you guys on board with us as we get ready to review the Michael Jackson movie, man. You know, we got the thumbs up on everything, so we're gonna go ahead and get started with this review. So let's get into it, man.
Let me throw this out there real quick.
All right.
Julian Serene and M, we're gonna look. They're saying it's not on Apple.
Tell
or
them to check it
Spotify.
now. Or when they get off this live.
All right, when you get off this live, check it. Well, yeah, your mic is on. I guess you already said it. Man, we're old as fuck, dude. Because I was about to do it, too.
That's crazy.
I was about to do it.
That's crazy.
And he said it into the microphone.
He did. He did. Y'all old as hell, bro.
Yeah, bro. Like, when y'all get off, Ken said, when y'all get off, look again. But, yeah, maybe there was something going on. But, yeah, if y'all still don't see it, obviously let us know.
It was. Yeah. Apologies, everyone. I know this is the Meister. I should have did it on the episode. But, yeah, that was complete, total F up on me last week. And that's no excuse. But, yeah. But I think I got everything back right. But, anyway, yeah. Michael. We're here to do the biopic. We kind of talked about this, you know. I mean, you guys have talked about it here and there before. And we actually had a conversation about Michael Jackson on the Is the Meister Alone podcast. So make sure you guys check that out Wednesday when it uploads. Jalen's back, so it's gonna, you know, it won't be jacked up. That's what I'm saying. So you guys should be back in good hands. But yeah, so the movie finally released, and we are here. But we talked about the new allegations. So, but yeah, man, let's get into it, man. Welcome everybody to a live review of the Is the Meister Alone podcast.
Nope.
Shit. Welcome everybody to the Frames Per Second podcast. We are here to review the new Michael Jackson movie live. Glad to have you guys with us on board. Make sure you guys check out Is the Meister Alone podcast. That'll be out this week. We have a conversation about Michael Jackson on there. And Dead in Sports as well. We're covering the NBA playoffs for those of you that are into that sort of thing.
And the NFL draft.
And the NFL draft. Yeah, we got a full recap of that as well. Also, check out everything that Spike got going on with Another Week in the Books as well. Co-signed by Mike, too. Maybe that, you know.
For now. I'm waiting for him to say something crazy. I'm about to retract my my recommendation.
But, yeah, so the movie is finally here, man. So let's go around the room real quick. Mike, how did you enjoy Michael?
It was okay. It was okay. I mean, there's obviously omissions, but I think they were very smart in ending it where they ended it, so they didn't have to discuss any of that.
Which was intentional, by the way.
Oh, I'm sure it was.
Yeah, they even said it.
Yeah, I didn't know the thing you said earlier, but yeah, it was very clearly that they ended it, so they wouldn't have to, you know. But again, we'll get into it, but I feel like for a biopic, there was other stuff that I would have kind of, and not even the allegations, but there was other stuff that I would have wished that they would have dug into more.
Yeah.
But we'll get into that. But it was it was fine for what it was.
Spike?
It was a fun time. It wasn't like a very deep movie or anything like that. I enjoyed the music, of course. It's Michael Jackson.
Mm-hmm.
I think Jaafar did a good job of playing Michael.
Who is that?
That's Jermaine's son.
Real question?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's Jermaine's son.
I didn't know who he was.
Yeah.
Oh, shit.
So I think he did a good job of playing Michael Jackson. I thought, as I watched it, and then heard the criticism and the Rotten Tomatoes shit, and I'm sure we'll get into that stuff, but I feel like they were too harsh on it. Like, it was just like a feel-good movie.
That's probably why they were harsh on it.
Like, I was fine with that. Like, I didn't learn anything new about Michael Jackson, but it was still cool to see some of the stuff that they did. My one thing to what Mike was saying, what I would like to have seen more of is like musical genius. Like I wanted, like they did the little thing where he was picking the name of Thriller. I would have wanted to see more of that versus some of the stuff that they showed. But all in all, I had a fun time. It was a good movie to me.
What about you, Rod?
I was pleasantly surprised. I had no desire to see this. It looked hella corny to me with some of the previews that I saw. I was like, they just pulled his nephew in here because he looked like him. He's gonna do a horrible job acting, but I was totally wrong. I think Jaafar did an amazing job with this. I mean, he embodied. It felt like he embodied him. You know what I'm saying? It's like he took this role very seriously, as far as learning the moves. I think he even sung some of the stuff too, right? If I'm not mistaken.
I don't know about that.
But no, I think he did a really good job, and yeah, that was surprising. So yeah, I enjoyed it for the most part. You know, I'm still trying to figure out if I like American Dream more, but no, I think it definitely exceeded my expectations.
The one with Flex?
No,
What was it?
absolutely not.
American Dream was the one that came on TV.
That's the
The series.
The series was good.
Okay.
The series, because it had Angela Bassett, freaking
Yes.
The series was
That played
really
along.
good.
Okay, yeah.
The series was really good, and it was only a 2-part series. You know, they ran it all the time on TV. But I feel like they did a good job with that. I feel like they just took notes from that and put it to this movie. Honestly.
Yeah.
And Colman did a great job as Joe.
Y'all think so?
Yes.
What?
He did that thing.
I know.
Like,
He
with
couldn't
the
close
mouth. I heard you saying it when he was doing it.
The whole movie, he didn't close his
fit
mouth
it into
one
every
time.
role. He
He
fit it
did.
into every role.
But it worked here
It
for
does.
some reason. I
Oh
don't
my
know.
God, bro.
Did, man.
Y'all must stop playing with Coleman.
He did body. He
so
bodied this.
Fucking good.
I thought it was all right.
You tripping,
he
kid.
killed
It
this
was
shit.
almost like his movie.
He killed this.
No.
Yes.
Aw, come
Yes.
It was a
This
Joe
is
Jackson
almost
movie.
the Joe story.
Like you said,
He ain't
they're talking
lying.
to the screen every time he came on. Somebody had something to say to the screen.
Well, yeah, you're right about that. Yeah, did y'all have a lot of that in your movie?
I didn't.
You
I
didn't?
didn't either. I didn't either.
Okay.
I saw it around. I saw it on
did.
social media. People like basically dancing, getting
It was
up,
damn. It
dressing
was a
up.
concert when I left out of
Yeah,
mine.
see,
Well, I was
mine
trying to
wasn't
find
like
my
that.
phone. It made me even madder
Oh,
too.
this is the movie theater that happened.
Yes.
Oh.
And I'm there looking.
Oh, I know you were extra
Oh
mad.
my god.
Okay, we ain't got to talk about it no more.
And I'm there looking for my phone. They in the back dancing. Michael fucking Jackson.
Talk about don't stop till you get enough, and you mad as shit, huh?
Mad as hell.
Wow. I've done that before.
Yeah.
where
Me
it's-
too.
And I'm glad it didn't crack my phone, but I was concerned about that. So yeah, well, at
It
least
happened
that's
like
still,
halfway through the movie, and the
Oh,
whole movie I'm thinking, man, I
man.
hope
Oh
my
my
phone
God.
not missing.
I just always try to put mine in my pocket.
I'm bad about that. Mine is always right here. I need to stop
That's
doing
why I
that.
had mine sitting there right
Yep.
there. It was like,
Yep.
boom.
Yep.
Stop doing
I
that.
put mine in a cup holder sometimes. Y'all do that?
Yeah,
Yeah,
'cause I'll
every
forget
once in
when
a while I
I
do
forgot
that.
it once.
See?
Oh,
That's
you don't?
why.
Every time I get up, I do a full sweep of my
Yeah.
chair.
See, I don't put any. So first of all, I know this
Before I
ain't, we
leave.
ain't talking about the movie, y'all, but real
I
quick.
know.
But I
This
have
lady,
the,
he told a story about his phone that happened while
Yeah, it's
watching
Spike's
this movie.
fault. But I always have the closed captioning device that goes in the cup
Yeah.
holder.
Oh, okay.
And if that's not there, y'all know I bring a whole meal. So I got my drink, my sandwiches, some fries, all
Full
that.
spread up in
Hey,
there,
bro, I don't play.
But look, there's only one Joe Jackson to me, man.
And it was in this movie.
Nah, the American Dream.
Nah.
I think he was way better.
No.
No, y'all, no way,
Yeah.
bro.
American Dream is good. Don't get me, but I feel like he looked more like him. I don't know,
don't
man.
know,
Just-
He had
Yeah.
the mannerisms.
Yeah, it just
all
felt
of it, dude.
different.
No, that was Colman Domingo's mannerism.
No, that was Joe motherfucking Jackson.
Listen,
Yes, it was, dude.
y'all tripping. Lawrence Hilton Jacobs. That was Joe. That motherfucker, y'all remember him?
I do. I know.
Bro, that's Joe Jackson.
Nah, ain't Joe Jackson.
Bro, y'all
Hold on,
tripping,
let
bro.
me see.
Yeah, that's him when he was
yeah, yeah,
young.
that's
Remember
him, yeah,
American Dream? There's
I
only one.
remember.
There's only one Michael Jackson story, and it's the American Dream.
American Dream is really good. It is.
Michael isn't topping that.
Joe Jackson is, though.
No.
Michael was more. I mean, the American Dream was just more dramatic. I think it was more.
It
You
was
like
more
mess.
dramatic.
It's just more stuff to care about in that movie. This movie was just like really. It was a fluff.
Celebration
It was
of-
it was a celebration, like a
definitely a
fluff
fluff
piece.
Yeah.
But it's Michael Jackson, so it's good.
Okay. Yeah, yes, but I think if the story, even though that's about the Jacksons, true, and this is about Michael,
Right.
I still felt like look, I had a good time watching it. I didn't think it was as bad as the critics were making it out to be, and I understand.
Yeah, they tore it apart.
Right, I understand their criticisms because halfway through it, I realized I was like, "Oh, okay, yeah." There's no real depth. There's no real character. I don't really know Mike. Like, we already know this story. It is a celebration, which is why people were having a good time with it. We already know how bad Joe is, which is why they kind of. I know the family were involved, but why they kind of stayed away from some of that stuff. A lot of that stuff we saw in the American Dream series. You know, we saw how abusive he was as a wife and a father. And they went there. And this one, we really, from what I remember, we really only saw him whoop Michael one time.
Yep.
But it was definitely understood and implied, and we all know it. It's the secret that everybody knows. So, you know.
I feel like they could have delved a little bit more into that and showed how much that scarred Michael.
Mm-hmm.
And I think the movie basically just kind of said, like, oh yeah, he didn't really have a great childhood, but it didn't go deep into it enough to justify the weirdo shit he was doing.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
That was my kind of my issue with the film. But yeah, anytime Colman was on the screen, I was legit like, that's not Colman Domingo. That's fucking Joe Jackson. Looks like him, acts like him. The shit was insane to me.
Dang. Yeah. But overall, though, yeah, I enjoy. Like, when I first got there, I was like, oh my God, I'm sitting beside these people,
and they're gonna talk.
They're gonna talk the whole movie, and I'm like, this shit's gonna annoy me. What the hell did I do? But it after a while, it didn't really bother me. People were clapping, people were cheering, and all this other stuff. So it's really told in 3 parts for the most part. You had his early childhood, and then you have the Quincy era, and then you have the post-Quincy era. Ending with bad before all of the allegations hit. But so let's talk about like the early beginnings of Mike. Again, we know the story of Michael Jackson. There's not really a lot to really kind of break down and talk through in terms of like different things happen. But if you guys have a scene or a particular moment, feel free to interject. But, you know, it's just Michael in the beginning. He's a kid. He's sitting there with his brothers, and he's practicing, you know, and become the Jackson 5, and Michael's on the lead. And we see Colman one day coming home from work, and that was one of the things that was driving him to push his sons further into this business so they don't have to work like him, you know, which he said in the scene. But what did you guys think about, like, the first part of this movie, like the early beginnings of the Jackson 5?
So for me, I just want to start off saying that I did take into account, I think you asked me if I wanted to take my son. So I was trying to figure out, is this a movie that I want to take him to, or that he would enjoy, which I think he would ultimately enjoy it. But the stuff that happened in the early stages with the father-son dynamic,
you don't really want to see that.
Yeah, I just didn't want to see that, man. That was really hurtful. It was very, it breaks your heart. No matter, you know it happened, but it still breaks your heart every time you see it. So just to kind of talk about that beginning part, you can kind of get both sides, right? In a way, he was just a little like. It was just too much. It was too much. I understand that he was super determined to get his family to a certain place, get them out of Gary and all of that, but I think there's a slightly softer way to do that.
Slightly.
Well,
slightly.
You know, people were raised differently.
Yeah,
you know, back
right.
in the day,
Society had a different way of upbringing. There's been, you know, conversations and I think possible studies about how corporal punishment is attached to, you know, racism and all this other stuff. That, I've seen that.
Never heard that before. That's interesting.
Yeah. But nevertheless, you know, I think over time we are evolving and continue to evolve as a society. I'm not saying that stuff still doesn't exist, because it very much so does. But, you know, I'm different, you're different, and I haven't seen a need to put belt to my kids to make them behave. But back then it was, because I got the whippings. You know, so yeah. But
Interesting.
you didn't get a whooping?
He was too light, man.
Absolutely.
Oh, okay. Well, we'll talk about
what?
So,
Light.
so remember the interesting part. I'll bring that for next week on Mr. Meister. I'm curious about what that was.
Right.
But yeah, it was like you knew it was gonna happen. I think one thing, Rod, when I watched in the beginning was I said I was really hoping they didn't do a lot with that. Like we didn't show repeated whoopings and stuff like that. I think one for me was good enough.
I agree 100%.
You know, so yeah.
Yeah, since we're on that point, a couple of people didn't understand what I meant. Yes, I agree with you. I was not saying that we need to see more of Michael Jackson getting his ass whooped. That's not what I meant. What I meant is they didn't go into it. They didn't discuss how that abuse affected him. They didn't even really talk about it at all, honestly.
It just was lingering.
Yeah.
The rest of the movie. Yep.
Yeah. Now, I mean, they did have the one scene where you see Michael Jackson go in the room and the door closes and you see him taking his belt off and then the door closes, so you know he's getting a whooping. So yeah, I don't need to see a kid get beat on screen to know that there's abuse. It's just the abuse from what we've all understood throughout Michael Jackson's career is that abuse really affected everything that he did after that. So I just wish they would have maybe talked about that or shown the.
I think the scene with Clive with Lorenz Tate. The guy
yeah.
I think that scene kind of subtly played into it.
Yeah, but I don't think we needed subtle in something like this because
Gotcha,
it's like,
gotcha.
why not go ahead and
Go
talk
all the
about?
way there.
Yeah,
Yeah,
you're
yeah.
making a biopic and you're trying to humanize this person that now a lot of people either see as an icon or they see as kind of a monster. Why don't you discuss why these things could have happened?
That's a good point. I think all of the bad stuff was subtle.
Yeah, right.
The skin stuff with the glove, like they kept, like it was subtle there. The nose, I think that was subtle.
That didn't even make any sense because the nose didn't look any different.
It
I
did.
was like, am I bugging?
It sharpened up.
It
a
did.
little bit.
They eventually
Like-
did a little bit to it. But
They didn't go extreme,
but it
like
was-
how it was on
Because
Act
Mike
On.
Jack
Yeah,
had
yeah.
a nose, bro. When he was younger, he had like a looked like
It was really subtle though, like how
Yeah,
they
it was
dealt with
weird.
all of that stuff. Yeah, I agree.
Even that they did subtly, like when he called him Big Nose.
Yeah,
And it's like the little kid's nose wasn't that big.
Yeah.
I mean, little Mike Jack was a gorgeous kid,
Yeah.
but he had a big nose.
How y'all think the kid did? The little Michael Jackson.
Amazing.
Yeah.
Who the fuck was this little kid?
I don't know.
Yeah.
He was so good.
he was in his bag when he sung
Yeah.
the remake song. Bobby, whoever sung it before him, but
Which song?
the one that In Vogue got.
When
Oh,
Yeah.
got you.
I treated you bad. I think he was in his
You mean when they
bag.
dropped the music and he was,
Yeah.
that was,
Man, that little kid did a really
And
good
I like
job. man.
Lorenz too, the way he responded to him, like just his facial expression. I think he did a really good
Facts.
job.
I agree with that.
as,
Oh man, Lorenz Tate was.
Yeah.
He's
I could
great.
have seen more of that. Yeah, I would have minded seeing more of that. And
Why
Chrissy
the
Davis.
face?
Oh no, you didn't.
No, he
like
wasn't
it?
bad.
Oh,
He was good.
Oh.
I'm just tripping off you, Colman Domingo. But old dog, did it for you?
Okay, so you're right.
He was good. He was good.
The reason why is not because of that. You know what I was thinking about, Spike. Well, maybe power.
Power,
That's
yeah.
all.
That's
See,
what he is now.
it's-
That's the part that's.
It was he did the same thing when he checked Joe. When he was like, "How about you go on and do some managing and stuff and let me handle this?" All I saw was Congressman Tate.
Congressman Tate.
Damn.
Yep.
I ain't see him. I thought he did
Oh,
better
I saw
here.
him.
No.
I thought he was better in this than
He
Power.
was, but that was the.
But
that
you
was,
still see Tate.
Yeah, that was Congressman Tate, bro. He didn't even look at him.
You know what? Now that you said, I didn't even peep that.
Yeah, I wish I would have seen a little bit more of Barry's role because we just had him telling him to stand still. Mike could stand still for
Let me go.
shit.
Colin Domingo, let me go in there. Let me get in there.
He wanted to get after him, Spike.
Let me go in there.
I'll get him right. God, he's so good, man.
Nah, he is.
Oh man, but yeah, no, that was and you know I wish a little bit more of the mom. Like we only saw.
Nia Long did a good job, I think.
Wait. What are you saying?
I'm saying no.
Really?
My man. No, she's
That's
bad,
always the
Spike.
impression that I got of his mom. Like
Yeah,
that.
but she
didn't-
could have
I
gave a little
stoic.
bit more. She needed to give a little bit more because Angela Bassett gave a little bit more to the Testament to American Dream.
They
She
didn't
coulda
give her a
gave
big role.
Man, she
She
could
was
have gave.
just-
She was just like they could have got anybody to do that shit.
Who?
They could have got anybody to do that shit. What she
Yeah.
was doing.
They could have got old girl from what's her name? Taylor. What's her name?
Taylor Rooks.
No, nasty ass. You know what I'm talking about.
I know who exactly
Taylor Page.
you're talking about. Yeah.
They could have got her to do that shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, she wasn't great.
Nah.
But I don't
I
think it's
thought
her
she was
fault,
doing
though.
that purposely.
Yeah,
I
I
thought
don't
that
think
was
it's
the
her fault
character.
either.
Yeah, I think it's just the way they wrote her.
Yeah, they
I
didn't give her
agree.
a lot. She just
I
kind
agree.
of was
Yeah.
there, just kind of standing around and looking and shit. She didn't really get a bigger role in the movie until later on when he was more of an
older,
adult. But
Yeah.
when, Mike was young and these things are happening, you could see she had something to say. She had thoughts and feelings about it, but we didn't see the nurturing, which, to your point earlier, Mike, could have played into that, right? Like, here's this guy being abusive to her kids, being abusive to her. She's fearful of him as well, and she's not giving him the nurturing and care that you would expect from the mom, so and that led to certain developments. You know,
I do like that because of that. She, subtly said, "I'm sorry," and I feel like that "I'm sorry" was loaded later on in the movie. So yeah,
you're right. She did say that. Yeah.
without having to say more. So yeah, I felt like they skated over a lot of issues they could have dug deeper into. So I could definitely see why critics, criticize that part. But yeah, man, like somebody said in the comments, this shit was like a concert. This shit wasn't a movie.
It was like a musical.
It
It was
was.
like a musical. That's what this was. This was a musical.
About halfway through, 3/4 of the way through, that was the conclusion I came
It's
to.
a musical.
Yeah.
I also think that Janet is a hater. To ask to be wrote out of this specifically, like this movie not that bad or salacious.
So I read, because my brother posted about it, saying how he loved it, and somebody brought up the fact that Janet wasn't in it, and
That's just a thing.
Why did
I thought that was somebody over there going shh. But they said that there was it was an issue because I can't remember the details, but Jaafar was from like a relationship that from like cheating or something.
Oh,
So I think
It was something
I
about
think the
that.
mom dated two Jacksons, Randy and Jermaine.
Yes, that's what they were saying.
Oh.
Yeah, so she got kids by both.
Yeah, and they were saying that Janet is cooler with whoever the first dad
Oh,
was.
okay. Randy.
I guess Randy. And I guess this woman, whoever Jafar's mother is, and y'all don't hold me to this. This is just what I read
I saw
on
it too,
my,
though.
my brother's Facebook. All right. But they were saying that Janet didn't want to be in it because Jaafar was in it. And she wanted to stay true to Randy.
Okay.
She
I
did
didn't know any of that.
congratulate Jafar, though. She said that he
Right.
did an amazing job. I did see that.
He looked just like Michael. That shit was creepy.
Yeah, it was.
He favored Michael a lot. I'll say that.
yes.
So you didn't realize they were family?
I didn't either, so don't feel stupid.
No, I didn't.
I didn't either.
I thought that was the lore of the movie. I thought y'all knew that.
I didn't look into this because I didn't have any planning on seeing it until y'all said we were going to do it for a live. I wasn't
Yeah.
going to go watch this.
Yeah, that was the whole thing. The whole thing was that his nephew was playing the part of him.
I was literally like, when I first saw the trailer, I was like, what white woman are they going to get to play Mike Jack? And when Jaafar showed up, I was like, oh, they did some really good fucking special effects on this Negro.
Yep.
Because this looks just the fuck like him. So the fact that he's related makes all of it make
At
more
what point
sense.
did y'all realize that he was
After the movie
yesterday?
was over. Yeah.
after the
Yesterday.
movie? You didn't know it. You didn't know that was his.
I didn't find out until I
Wow.
asked. I saw Jaafar Jackson when I left the theater. I was like, who played Mike? And I saw the name. I just didn't get a chance to click on it to see if he was related. That's why I asked today.
Wow.
Because I didn't get a chance yesterday to look it up.
Nah.
So yeah.
I
So it
wonder
makes so much sense.
why.
I wonder, was he an actor before?
He
or did
wasn't.
they just got him
That's
for this
that's
role?
incredible.
Boy, that is really
He
impressive.
wasn't. That's why I was concerned. I didn't know it was. I assumed he wasn't an actor. Because I had never seen his name anywhere before. I'm like, man,
Right.
they just pulled this dude because it's his nephew and he looks like him. So how hell he gonna do this?
He did it.
He did.
Yeah, he did.
He did.
But it was fun watching like the earlier parts of the Jackson 5 and Michael and just seeing like his talent and seeing like he definitely was like it. Like him, as they say, like leaps and bounds above everybody else. Like when he sung, like it was just crazy. Like it was undeniable. And it was good they kind of put this in there as well, how he got his dance moves from James Brown.
I've always known that.
Yeah,
I didn't know that either.
Oh yeah.
yeah.
That wasn't an American Dream.
I'm not sure if it Was it
Well,
not?
I don't think it was.
I don't know if
Unless maybe I just forgot.
I
It's
thought
been
he
a while.
saw him. I think he was like on the side of the stage admiring James. They went to a show and he saw
Yes.
James Brown.
But I guess I just didn't know that he studied him the way this movie portrayed.
Yeah,
him.
yeah. I ain't know about
Yeah.
the studying part. I just assumed that he studied him because some of the moves are James
Yeah.
Brown. Like
Didn't
that.
even think about it until this movie.
Wow.
Swear to God.
Yeah, man.
I'm trying not to say
No,
wow.
not in that way.
I took mine. I
You
swallowed
gave it to
mine.
him.
I'm not telekinetic. like I took mine back.
Right. And somehow he's like, no, fuck that. Wow. So dumbass. No, I never thought about it.
Yeah, man.
Never thought about it. Those old Jackson 5 era Mike Jack moves was James Brown. I
James Brown.
never thought about it.
Yep, all that sliding across the stage. Because James Brown used to do something similar where
Yeah,
he
he
used to do
did.
the ice skating shit. So he would put his hands behind his back and he was like slide
Oh, yeah,
forward.
yeah, yeah.
So like, yeah, man, James Brown was cold with it.
Yeah, he was. He really was.
Yeah.
Mhm. But I do one critique I did have about it was like the pacing, because I didn't know, because I know you said they were going to stop at bad, and it felt like, and maybe I just wanted to spend more time with the Jackson 5 young Mike, but it felt like we rushed through like different parts of his career. So when we went from him being at Motown, I really wanted to see more of the story there, more of his relationship with Berry Gordy and all of that, because we didn't get a lot. We got that one moment where he was asking about the mixing and mastering, and then it was like, you can ask me anything, Michael. He was at the fairgrounds performing, and then next thing you know,
He working
he's
on off the wall.
yeah. I'm like, okay, that was fast.
That's what I'm talking about. Like
Mhm.
this movie, even though it was long, it was 2 hours and 7,
Yeah.
I believe. It maybe either should have been broken up into 2 parts, or this shit could have been 3. You know, if you can make a 3-hour Star Wars film, if you can make a 3-hour fucking whatever.
Mhm.
But yeah, I did think that was a very abrupt jump, and that's a point where they could have talked about the abuse. Maybe
Which part
that's why
what was the abrupt jump for you?
they kind of jumped from him being a kid to him. I'm gonna go do Off the Wall
Yeah, with
without
Quincy.
Joe's
Permission.
approval.
Yep.
Yeah, permission. Right. It wasn't a huge deal, but I did think it was awkward.
What did it jump from?
It jumped from him being a kid to him
At what point of a kid? Like
When
like
they
a
was
kid
at the
kid.
fair.
Yeah, they were at the fair. They
And
were
I think that
performing.
was 69. No,
Yeah.
that wasn't 69, was it?
They went
They-
from
they
69
jumped
to
a clean
79,
12
didn't it?
years or
Yeah,
something
like
it was
that.
69 to 79, right?
It was like,
Something
was
like
it 8
that,
years?
yeah.
Maybe
Something like that.
maybe it said 8 years later.
Something like that.
I think it probably said 8 years
something
later.
like that. Yeah.
Yeah, because how old was he when he made Off the Wall?
It was
I
in
guess he was
70.
18.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
he lied about. Remember, he lied about his age.
Yeah, he said he was 8 instead of 10.
instead of 10, and then they jumped 8 years.
So he was actually 20.
Yeah.
Wow. Yeah, he doing that fucking RFK math. Because I thought he was younger than 20, actually. I thought he was like 16 when he made Off the Wall.
Yeah, I'm trying to find. Was
Yeah, I thought they started doing that not collage, but the
They just
Montage.
started playing.
The
yeah,
montage,
it was
yeah.
Started
but-
playing the
yeah.
song.
Yeah, but
from
that
Off
was the
Wall.
young Mike.
Right. And there was so much that happened between that point and Off the Wall. They didn't touch on the Wiz. They didn't touch. What happened?
He right 20.
Oh, he was 20. Wow.
Yep. It released
Yeah.
right before he turned 21.
They just, I don't know. It wasn't a big
You're right.
deal, but
They
they skipped over shit that was very formative for him. Like the Wiz was huge from Michael Jackson.
Did I see? Am I tripping? Did I see a clip of the Wiz?
I thought that was in the
remember
montage.
seeing
In the montage, I think
Was
it was a
it?
small
Yeah, I think
clip.
so. I think
Yeah.
it was a small
I
clip. of it in
missed
the
I think
montage.
I missed it too. That means it
Yeah.
deserved more than that little montage.
Because that was in 78 too.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
He was working on
had the
Off
clip-
the Wall and the Wiz.
They had
Right.
the clip of the lion, I think, because he played the lion, right?
No, he played
he
Scarecrow.
He played Scarecrow.
Ooh, they're about to light you up, Spike.
Yeah, because Richard Pryor.
Richard Pryor played Oz.
Okay, gotcha.
I don't remember who the lion was. I don't
forgot
know
his
if the
name.
lion was like a famous
Yeah,
person.
yeah,
Oh,
I
okay.
forgot his name.
Yeah, so they showed like a very quick clip of it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Deserve more than
But
that.
yeah, so the middle part of this movie, the
Oh, you
second,
know what? Diana Ross didn't want to be mentioned in the movie. That's why.
Well, I knew that. I knew it had to be
Oh.
something like that because they completely skipped over Dirty
Yeah.
Diana and all that shit.
Dirty
'Cause that
Diana-
was also a big thing.
Yeah, Diana Ross said don't use her name, likeness, none of that. In it. Yeah.
yeah,
But fuck that. Like a lot of people assume and speculate that her being older, fucking around with younger Mike, kind of pushed him to allegedly do what he was doing. So
they had Gladys in, so that's why they had Gladys. Okay. All right. Yeah, I was like, why is Gladys in here? Okay.
Public Enemy B said the line was played by the person from the original stage play. Pretty cool.
Okay. All right.
I
Fun
don't know who
fact.
that was. So, yeah.
But yeah, the second part of the movie was the Quincy Jones era, which I think they sped through this shit as well.
They should have took.
They had the guy from Insecure playing.
I liked him as Quincy.
Yeah.
That's who that was.
Yeah.
Who was that?
The dude from Lawrence.
Yeah,
Not Lawrence.
Lawrence.
I forgot
Lawrence.
that.
No, it's not
light
Lawrence.
skinned friend.
Light skinned dude.
Oh, what we called him?
Saul. I can't think of his name.
We had a nickname for him.
Yeah, something.
Oh,
Oh,
that's
fuck,
who
what was
that
his name?
is, man.
But anyway, I was looking at him. I kept
Nathaniel?
thinking it was
I just like same thing.
I kept thinking it was fucking Shazam from Different World. The dude that Freddie was dating, the big, tall, light-skinned
I
dude.
don't remember. Yeah.
Anyway, thank you. I meant to look it up.
Yeah.
Nansford was what you called.
Stanford.
That's
Yeah.
it.
Nansford.
Nansford.
Nansford. That was it. Nansford.
Shout out to
Yep.
Yeah.
the community.
That's it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would have loved to see more of his creative process for making one of the best fucking albums ever in life. So just standing at the board and thinking in the pool didn't do it for me. Like I wanted him to like be in the studio. And they said that him and Quincy Jones was kind of slick beefing like during that. Yeah, they were
I didn't
it
know
was a
that.
contentious relationship.
I didn't know that either.
Yeah,
I didn't know-
they,
I thought
they
they
had
were like
creative
best
differences.
friends.
No, they did.
I didn't
At
know
first,
that.
but then it got to a contentious relationship.
I know he had that with Will Smith.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Like, wait, what?
There was contention with Will Smith and Quincy sometime. Like,
Oh, I thought you
yeah.
meant Michael Jackson
No,
and
no,
Will
no,
Smith.
no.
Yeah, what Quincy got a track record for that.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, like beefing with his artists and being real contentious with him. But
His documentary was good.
It
but
was. It was.
Yeah, they didn't really say
You
it.
never seen the documentary?
Didn't know there was one.
Man.
Oh man,
Gotta
it's
watch
good.
it.
I
I
will.
never
Gotta
seen
watch
it.
I didn't know there was one.
Bro,
good.
yeah. But what you guys think about this second part, the Quincy Jones kind of era? This is also when he hired John Bronca or whatever. He got
Bronca?
the Bill
Yeah,
Bray was
the
the
lawyer
bodyguard, but
Yeah.
he got hired in the first part of the movie, but he was with him the whole time. So
Oh,
was that a thing?
guy
I don't
like
remember
Macklemore?
that. Was that a thing? Was he always with him like that?
I'm
Y'all
Yes.
remember? I
and
don't
Miles
remember.
Teller played John
Yeah.
Bronco. He was like, "That's the guy."
Oh, the lawyer dude.
Yeah, the
Oh,
lawyer
yeah,
dude.
yeah.
He was like, "That's the guy."
That was supposed to be a big deal. I didn't have context to that.
Me either.
the Bronco thing.
Yeah,
I didn't have
don't remember
context.
him at
Did
all.
they say why it was supposed to be a big deal?
Well, I thought the movie portrayed
made
it
it
as
Yeah.
like-
Oh,
like
that's
that
what
was
you're
a huge
saying.
thing.
yeah, like it was
Him
a
and the
big deal.
bodyguard.
Oh, I'm
The bodyguard, I understood.
I didn't know
because
about
I
the
remember that
bodyguard.
being a thing where that dude was always around.
Oh yeah, I didn't
Yeah, I
think
didn't
knew
remember that either.
But he, yeah.
But I think the movie made that scene seem like that guy was really prevalent as
Yeah.
far as the lawyer guy, and that went over my head.
Same.
with you as much as I think I know about Mike. Yeah, I was waiting for them to make that whole thing make sense, and they never really did.
What makes sense in what way?
What they're saying, like John Bronco, the way they made it seem like he's gonna come in and he was gonna be responsible for taking Mike to the next level, and I didn't really get that. Yeah,
I
yeah.
think
I
they
didn't
put
either.
him in there just for but one of the main reasons to send that fax to his dad.
That was funny.
Man,
He said, "You want us to tell him?"
right.
Right, they always scared of
I
Joe, bro.
love when he received it.
Oh man, he went right to the room. I'm gonna whoop his ass. No, you're not.
He's grown.
He is grown, Joseph. No, you
What
not.
you gonna do? Beat him? Oh, she wasn't
Colman
that great.
Domingo,
dog.
she really wasn't. She really wasn't.
Thinking you could beat an adult is crazy.
Because what, he 20 years old at that point?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's not an adult.
Yeah, this
film,
finna be a
someone
fight.
like
This
Joe.
ain't finna be no whooping.
No,
You
it was
finna
gonna be a
fight.
whooping.
He thought he was gonna whip it like he was a kid. He ain't let that shit go.
He said he gonna get my belt when he comes in here.
Yeah.
I was wondering how I wouldn't have been living.
And
with
you
my
know what? In
parents.
all honesty, the way they made it seem like Mike probably would have took
Took
that
that ass
whooping
whooping, too,
He
yeah.
probably would have got that belt.
20 years old. Is
His
crazy.
mom wouldn't have stepped in. Yeah,
One thing I didn't realize is that he stayed in the house.
I didn't know that
during
either.
all of this
because it was
Like,
his house.
I get it, and
Yeah.
what I'm
It
saying
was
is
Joe's house.
No, it was Michael's house.
Okay. And
Michael paid for that house. That had to be his money.
with all the giraffes and all that. other
Yeah.
I didn't know they were still there.
Well, Joe had money too. From them.
from Michael, I'm sure.
Are you saying
Yeah,
indirectly? I
if-
got you.
I feel like if Michael would have just bounced and left, then Joe would have been fucked. He knew that.
Yeah, because remember, also just to add it on, this was when Mike wanted to go solo. So what you mentioned earlier, like he wanted to go solo, and then he wanted to fire Joe. So the first conversation was going solo. He went to the two white execs, was like, "Yo, I want to go solo, blah 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 blah." But we need to handle this conversation with my dad. That's what you were talking about.
Yeah.
He's like, yeah, I want you guys to tell him. He's like, no, I'm going to just go straight in there, and I'm going to tell him that I'm going to do my own thing. Yeah,
fuck?
that was a lie.
You ain't gonna tell Joe shit.
And then, I did like though how the white folks were scared of Joe, bro. And I don't know if it was because they didn't want to lose the business
He had
they
power.
yeah, he had I don't think
power.
which again I would have loved to have seen more of that.
Mm-hmm.
To wield that sort of power.
Over white people in that era?
Yes.
Is insane.
Yes. Yeah. To the point where they were just like shook. We were like, all right, that is all, fellas. Thank you for coming to tell me this. It shows some respect. Like he the fucking Soprano.
He was.
He was. No, I thought that
Soprano,
was dope. But
Dudes got, they said, woo.
and then what he do? He just looked down at the paper and they just looked around and was like, all right, I guess we gotta go.
Show he can do it. After he get through doing what I need him to do. That was fun.
Because his brothers, he can be around here for his brothers. For his brothers.
Damn, he was so good.
All right, but yeah, so that was dope.
So that lawyer guy helped Mike get the Sony catalog. That's what they're saying.
What happened?
The lawyer guy helped Mike get the Sony catalog. That's why.
Yeah, but
That wasn't even in the
But
movie.
they didn't say nothing about it, right? So we wouldn't have known that. That's why it went over my head.
And that lawyer, I mean, the guy that plays him, I know he's a good actor, but he was just deadpan the whole time. So he didn't really do it for me
He
either.
didn't. He wasn't.
Yeah, that's Miles Teller.
I know.
Oh, okay.
Who is
The
Mike?
things
What
I've
he
seen him
playing?
in, he's good.
Fantastic Four, Whiplash.
He's the young kid in Whiplash.
Yeah.
He
He
was.
had that
What's
scar on his
Fantastic
face.
Four?
What's Fantastic
No,
Four?
what was he
Are
in
you
Fantastic
Russian or
Four?
you
I
Dragon?
think he was. Was he? He wasn't Mr. Fantastic. Who was?
Yeah,
Mr.
he was
Fan-
Mr.
Oh yeah,
Fantastic.
okay,
Yeah.
he was Mr.
Oh,
Fantastic.
y'all ain't talking about the one we seen.
No,
Yeah.
No.
It's an older one. So that's not a good
Oh,
reference.
I'm bugging. He was in the one with Michael B. Jordan.
It was the
Oh,
awful
got it,
Fantastic.
got it.
Yeah.
You're right. It is a bad. He wouldn't have known that.
No,
Like,
yeah,
I
I
ain't seen
forgot.
it. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The one
And
Michael
you
B.
probably
Jordan
never
and
seen
Jessica
Whiplash
Russell.
either, have you?
No.
Yeah, he's a prominent
You
actor.
might like Whiplash. Yeah, that's
You
good.
would. You're
That's
white.
good. Yeah.
Right.
But so he breaks from Joe, so now he's hooking up with Quincy, Rod Temperton, and stuff like that. Again, I don't feel like we saw a little bit of Quincy and Mike, but I'm with you, bro. Like,
wasn't enough.
show me more.
Like they making Thriller. Like they really should have focused on that for a minute. Like just the Post-its and the shot at Prince. Did you get your king?
I
was
did.
shot at your
I
boy.
did.
That was funny.
Better do it before Prince gets it.
Yeah, he's gonna give it to Prince if I don't do it.
But I wish we would have got more of that.
That too.
The
like
beef between him and Prince.
yeah, that could have been a thing. Like I understand why they cut some stuff as far as it being salacious and they ain't wanted to be that type of movie. But there are a lot of other creative things, like again, the making a Thriller that would have made this have more depth. I feel like.
Yeah, so Off the Wall dropped in 78, and then in 81, that's when he hired that guy. And, of course, that's when he had his first surgery. When he was talking about his nose. And Mike telling that bold-ass lie, Rod, talking about it was for
Sinuses.
sinuses.
Joe knew that shit was bullshit.
Yeah.
He said, boy, what?
Michael, come here.
Come here, Michael.
For whatever reason, I'm stupid. I like how this sequence felt. For
Okay.
some reason, it didn't feel so. Like, oh man, why did he do that? It made it feel like, dang, I don't know if enduring is the right word because he didn't like get on him. He was just like shocked, like, damn, what you do to your? Why'd you do that? Like you know what I'm saying? It made it. He didn't come off like harsh in that
Yeah,
moment.
it might have been him figuring out like, okay, something's wrong with this boy.
It felt like that, right? I'm not tripping.
No, you're
okay,
not
okay,
tripping.
yeah. So I was like, dang, this moment felt weird. He just kind of let him live, right? Like he let him have it. It just let him do with his thing. So I thought that was interesting.
He
Interesting
did,
moment.
but I'm kind of with Mike is that when he did it, when he was looking, it was like, oh, this motherfucker done lost his mind.
But I feel like
This
Colman
motherfucker
did such
crazy.
a good job at processing different thoughts in that.
Not that
moment.
I feel bad for my son and the damage that I did to him. I felt like
Yeah.
very judgmental and like
Yes.
this motherfucker crazy.
This motherfucker nuts.
I don't know. This ain't my kid. All of that I got from that.
Yeah, because
Yeah.
when Bubbles came, he had already checked out.
Oh my
about it.
God, when Bubbles, bro.
Like, he was already checked out. Like, oh, he crazy.
Oh, and-
of course he got a monkey. You know what I'm saying?
And you catch what Mike said about Bubbles and how protected the chimps are.
Oh my
That was a
God.
good scene.
Very protected.
Right.
He looked right at Joe.
And Joe just laughed.
Like, yeah.
I mean, at what point do you say, okay, what the fuck is wrong with my kid? You know what I'm saying? He's bringing llamas home, giraffes, peacocks, and now he done brought a fucking monkey
But I think he
And
would have
dragged everybody out the house for
to
it.
come see this goddamn monkey.
But he'd have to acknowledge how rough he had been on Mike and taking his
No.
child.
Nah.
You would, because look, if you're asking
Not
yourself,
Joe.
well, yeah, he wouldn't have. You're right, because he's not that type of person. But I think once you ask yourself that, and he told it to his mom, he was like, well, these are my friends. He never had the opportunity to get friends.
Yeah, but I mean, even still, I think that at some point they should have been like, look, what the fuck? What the fuck? You have a giraffe outside my room.
Eating my trees.
Eating my goddamn trees, boy. What's wrong with you? Now you got a fucking monkey?
I think it's just levels to it.
Yeah.
Like trying to understand your kid.
Levels.
I do. Not saying that.
No, that's not that.
No, I'm about to say something, and I don't want you to take offense to it.
Oh, Jesus.
Not saying that you were Michael Jackson, but you said that your mom gave you, like, she was very understanding of the things that you were doing. She could have been like, oh, what the fuck is wrong with my son?
I know what you.
Spike.
That's all I'm saying. Your parents give you certain grace.
But I didn't bring a monkey home.
But you
I
brought
was doing shit that was weird culturally.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I was coming home with a skateboard, listening to punk, and dyeing my hair green. That's different because I was still getting good grades. I was still, if I was bringing home fucking mice,
But your
my mom would like, get that shit the fuck out of my house.
And did you see Ben?
I did see
Yeah,
that.
you said he was like the rat.
And that's exactly what I was thinking of. I was like, if I brought a mouse into my mother's home, she would have put me out. But yeah, no, I get what you're saying. Like, yeah, he was different.
Yeah.
But they didn't seem like the kind of parents that nurtured different. They seemed like the kind of parents that were, or at least Joe, where it was, okay, well, as long as you're making me all this money, you can bring home a fucking dinosaur and I don't care. But they didn't, he wasn't nurturing enough to be like, why the fuck is he trying to bring home a monkey?
Because Joe was clearly using Mike, but he also
Yes.
thought that he was responsible for their success as well.
Exactly.
But he needed Mike for the success.
Yes.
So he was in a bit of I'll fair say it, a quandary.
That's what I call a quandary.
Yeah, he was in a bad situation, but he knew his kid was crazy.
He did.
He made him crazy.
He made him crazy, exactly.
But he ain't gonna accept that.
Right, which is why I feel like he didn't dive into it.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So
A normal parent would have definitely been like, all right, what's going on, bro?
right.
You just went and bought a monkey?
All I know, I was thinking about, y'all need to check that damn monkey. Y'all talking about these damn kids.
Well, they
bro.
did
Y'all
make
need
it seem like, yo, what the hell going on? They did see that.
And see what
I
Mike
didn't
brothers.
The
I
brothers,
didn't catch
I don't
that.
know.
The way they were looking, they was like,
Yeah, what he doing to them monkey chimps, Mike?
I didn't catch that, y'all.
I'm just
no. That's not. I'm not on that side. I was just saying. I was
Thought
going
he
back to
was.
the first point.
I thought he was too.
No, I was going back to the first point that they thought it was weird that he brought a chimpanzee.
No,
Sorry,
yeah, that-
sorry,
you're
he
right.
held that chimp spike.
I'm with you, Rod, yeah.
He wouldn't let it go. He was like,
Nah,
oh,
he
this is
wasn't-
my
he
new
wasn't.
friend.
Hey, I ain't gonna
And
lie. I had the same thought.
Oh my god.
He wasn't molesting Bubbles.
You don't know that.
We don't know.
We don't know that, but
Bubbles
damn.
he can't tell anybody.
You
Oh
right.
my God.
Nah,
All
because
us get
Bubbles probably
Bubbles.
knew sign language and shit. All the little
Shit.
apes do.
And then he went from Bubbles to kids.
Oh my god, King.
Oh, so you admit that you finally on the side if he did it.
Hey, playing twisters with Bubbles was insane.
His brothers didn't want to play with him, man.
Would you?
They
You
was
guys are no
grown
fun
men
anymore.
getting-
That part, I was like, bro,
guys are-
something wrong with this fucking kid. And no
what I
one is
would've
addressing
said.
it. No one is addressing
Man,
you.
grown as hell, just brought Twister home and
To
thought
play
y'all
with
was
his brother.
At a children's store.
And he like, bro, I'm going to play some fucking ball. I'm going to get
gonna
a
go
date.
play Twister, all right?
Yeah, I'm gonna play something more than Twister.
I ain't gonna lie, I did wonder, even though they kind of made it make sense, but when he was in that children's store, I was like, is this them trying to say
the
something?
origin jersey.
No, I didn't catch
toys.
I don't know. I was,
He like toys.
And
Wow.
there was a bunch of kids coming up
Yeah,
to
he
him. He
liked
was signing
toys, he
autographs
liked
too,
something
Rod.
else. He liked boys
Yeah,
and toys.
so I was like, are y'all trying to give us a hint?
Allude to that.
Yeah.
I didn't take that.
I
away
didn't
from that
either.
scene.
I didn't either.
I did think it. And, well, actually, yeah, I did think it when he first started putting him in the cart.
Mm.
When him and Macklemore were walking around, I was like, wait, why is he bringing home all these goddamn
Yeah,
toys?
Macklemore.
You talking about the bodyguard?
Yeah, and the body, and he's shooting at me, turning around the corner and shooting at me with this shit.
What happened?
Michael shot at him
kid.
with the damn toy
Like
in
their
the toy
relationship.
store.
Yeah, he was a
That
big
should
kid,
have
man.
been a fucking sign. Something wrong with this boy.
Yeah.
You over here, you a grown ass fucking man. You over here hiding, shooting me with shit. Nah, man.
Talk about he and this shit.
Right.
was like a kid.
Ooh.
And he's smiling like he happy. I don't know. We need to check.
I think a lot of that was
check his bodyguard too.
I think they were subtly saying like he never got to experience his childhood.
Yeah.
No, they were definitely saying
now
that.
he's a big
Way to
kid.
kill the joke
Yeah, I know.
spike.
He can do
Golly.
whatever.
Jesus Christ. Damn. The joke killer.
It was running long, so I,
We get it.
get what y'all saying.
Spike was like, move the fuck on.
I'm trying to help y'all, but no. But yeah, I think he was a big kid, man. But
Yeah.
Yeah, no, yeah. So, but they also show Mike, being kind, visiting children's hospitals.
I like
we
that.
know. We remember. I don't know if y'all. I remember that. Yeah.
I know, but they weaponized that against him later. But
Nah, man. When I was a kid, I didn't know any better. When I was a kid, I was like, man, I wish I had cancer so I could get Michael Jackson to come to the room. I didn't know any better. I loved Michael
such a
Jackson when I was a
kid thing to
kid.
say.
It is.
Yeah, I was like, I wish I was sick so Michael Jackson would come see me. I would get like cold.
I want to make a wish.
Yeah, I want to make a wish. I got a wish, Mike. Come by my room.
I don't know, Mike. You probably didn't want those wishes to come true. if the allegations are true, Mike,
Man,
you
come on,
probably got away unscathed.
Oh,
You better be
God.
happy. But anyway, moving on. Yeah, so we see in '82 he's working on Okay, this story
Well,
I didn't
81.
know.
I thought 81. That's when he. I'm sorry. Go ahead. Do your thing.
Oh yeah, 81 is when he hired Blanca, but 82 is when he started working on the Beat It and the Thriller joint.
He's working on the beat.
I had no idea. Come on, man.
I
I had no idea. Did you guys know about this Crips blood story?
Yes,
I heard
and
about
I
it,
always thought it
yes.
was bullshit.
Michael Jackson a Crip. Y'all didn't know that?
I've been known that.
Yeah, Michael Jackson a Crip.
Is-
He's a Crip.
He didn't get jumped in, but he's a crook.
Yeah, he a Crip.
You didn't know that?
I'm being serious.
Nah, y'all
You didn't know
fucking with
Ass
me.
Snoop.
Michael Jackson is a Crip. I'm telling you.
Because
Bruh. Y'all not gonna have me on this live looking
This motherfucker
stupid.
told you he was dangerous.
and bad.
And bad.
Michael Jackson the Crip, kid. I'm
So this a
telling
real story.
you. Yes.
This
fu-
Crips
I'm-
blood
I'm
story.
fucking around.
No, not
Have you
what
seen
he's
this
Spike's
saying.
probably not, but
But the Crips blood story. This shit is real.
I
Yeah.
heard it was, but it sounds ridiculous.
It looked
It
ridiculous
did
on
look
screen.
ridiculous.
Have y'all never seen this? The whole video of
Beat
this
It.
song, Beat It.
Yeah.
Okay, like I'm talking
Yeah.
about like the short film.
And there's gang members there.
yes.
Yeah, that's,
But it all seemed like I don't know. it
Like
just
they were
seemed weird.
actors or something.
they just picked bad gang members. That's really what it was.
But no, but like in
had
the
terrible
long
gang
form video that he's talking about, I think those gang members that were in the movie were supposed to be real gang
I
members,
think
weren't
so,
they?
Yeah.
They were
They
trying to
were.
imply that they. But I'm saying it just seemed fake.
Oh, you talking about in the movie? These were real gang
Not in
members.
no. There's a long form version of the Beat It video.
Yeah.
Yes.
Where it's almost like a mini documentary.
It's like a
I
mini
remember that.
short. It's like a short
Yeah.
film.
And there's gang members in that. And the implication is these are real gang members that they brought off the street. But when you're watching
Oh, okay, I
that
see what you're
video,
saying.
they look fake.
Yeah, I feel you.
Anyway, it was weird.
It
was real weird.
was because
Oh, y'all didn't like this moment?
I didn't like it. No.
it seemed like they made all this up.
It felt like that.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, he just gonna, he's just watching the news and like, oh, they need to come together. I at first, for a hot second, I was like, oh, this is how we're gonna get We Are the World.
I thought that too.
I did too.
Exactly what I thought. that
Yep.
was.
I didn't know
I
we was
did
gonna
too.
get that.
But
song.
no, it was for a video.
I thought it was gonna be We Are the World or Heal the World.
Yeah, I thought it was gonna be one of those two.
So
But nah, they set it up for something else.
yeah, and my understanding that he called both of the gangs there to meet him in his warehouse, and while they were waiting on Michael, they were in there break dancing.
That's why I'm saying this seems ridiculous.
Is that how the story went, Spike?
Yeah. That's essentially how it went.
Okay.
I
Yeah,
sent
I
y'all the
didn't-
clip of Snoop saying he was a Crip.
I don't care what Snoop said. I don't listen to Trump supporters.
All right. Well, anyway,
yeah,
yeah.
this-
So this was weird. I couldn't wait to ask y'all if this was a real story or not.
And you gonna tell me he had all these Crips and Bloods in this room, and the first thing this man said was "Your butt is mine," and they were all like, "Oh yeah, let's go." I don't buy
They
it.
were.
They had them doing
Yeah, I don't. No. This shit. I was like, bro,
had them
no.
doing ballerina dance
No.
movements. Nah, they had them doing.
There was a different brand of homophobia in those days.
Right.
Ain't no way that I'm believing that. No.
Yeah. So I don't know. That was weird. But I did like the Thriller. Well, MTV moment. Did
Yeah,
y'all
I
like
did
that?
like that.
I like
I've
that.
heard that that's a real story too.
Yeah. It was like, well, try harder.
With all respect,
Yeah, he said try harder. But again, I think this is another part where I felt like it was a little weak because Michael is kind of doing the talking, and John Bronco is just sitting there.
Yeah.
You're the fucking manager. Like you should be pressing down on him. You know. So, but try harder. And
I like that he used his leverage at like the perfect time in that. Like that was you the hottest artist in the world, and without MTV, and being on MTV is gonna make you even bigger. However, he still had to threaten to take away all the other rock acts too from MTV for it to be effective. I thought that was really good.
Was the terminology "that's juicy"? I don't remember that ever being a thing.
That's juicy.
He said that when he was meeting with the Bloods and the Crips.
Oh, he did. But it's Michael Jackson.
But y'all, was that a thing?
I don't remember it being
That's
a thing,
juicy?
but that's why I said it's Michael. He could have been saying all kind of shit.
I don't remember anybody saying that.
I don't either.
He'd have to be checked.
me either. But yeah, so let's see what else. So yeah, it was
What
a
he said,
Thriller.
for real?
Oh, did you guys like the reenactment of the music video for Thriller?
Okay, was I tripping or were they not saying Thriller?
They
You were
saying
probably
Thriller.
tripping.
Yeah, what you
It
think?
sounded
Laura
like they
Yanny?
weren't saying Thriller.
What you think they were saying?
I have no idea, but it sounded like, or maybe it was the sound
Thriller?
in my movie. It sounded like they maybe didn't have some type of licensing or something, so they like.
Oh, they had the license.
Yeah.
I know they did. That's why I was like, oh, it
I'm
just
pretty sure
sounded
they
weird
said
to me.
Thriller.
They said
It
Thriller.
sounded really weird to me.
Nah, that part was
okay.
dope. I really liked it.
It
That was good. Yeah.
Because, God, when you go back and watch the actual video, the people that they got in this movie look just like the motherfuckers in the video.
They even had that motherfucker doing it.
Killing
Doing
it,
that
boy.
shit, killing
God
it.
damn.
It's such an iconic moment of that fucking video.
Wait, did we pass the part where we did pass the part where Michael Jackson's mama went off on Joe, right?
She said,
I think this was right around the same.
it's around the same time.
Oh, it's around this
time,
part?
yeah.
Did y'all catch that giraffe outside the window?
Yeah.
I did.
He gave me the fucking vibe of that bear. From
Yeah.
I forgot what movie it was.
The fucking
Train Story.
Train
From
Dream.
Train Dreams. That giraffe was like, boy, I'm gonna go over here. Told your ass.
He was eating.
That giraffe was like, God
Damn.
He looked over there and said, he looked over there and said, damn.
I
People laughed
hollered.
out loud at that
Same,
at that
same.
shit, man.
Oh,
The
man.
timing of that was hilarious.
Fucking hilarious.
Yeah,
Giraffe
that
was like,
was
ooh. Yeah, no, the Thriller scene was dope.
I didn't know he was that into Peter Pan.
Yes.
What's the name of his place?
Netherlands. That's why I put two and two together. I'm like, oh,
You
shit.
never knew that before?
I never knew that. I never knew he was into Peter Pan like that.
That's crazy. Yeah, because
Have
Peter
you
Pan
have you
never
read
grew
the
up.
book?
I know the book, yes. I
Oh, okay, I got to check, Spike.
You never
you
know.
made the
Spike.
connection,
That wasn't
bro.
a crazy question for him to ask.
I used to watch the cartoon. Didn't they have a cartoon series, Peter Pan?
No,
Y'all
it was a
remember
movie.
that? It was a series too.
I don't remember the
It
series.
might
It was a
been.
cartoon series, Peter Pan.
Interesting.
I just thought it
used
was
to
weird
watch
the way
that.
he was stroking his face like that every time he was in the book.
He did. He was pointing to his lips
he's like,
and his nose. Oh, that's when he even got a
Peter.
nose job. That's when he got a nose job when he saw the blows.
Yeah, these are bad parents, bro. 'Cause,
Yeah.
like, at some point, it's like, bro, what is happening with this fucking child?
Right? Yeah. Like for real.
Peter Pan
And then
never
he
grow
called
old.
Never grow
Captain Hill Joseph.
I never thought about it that way.
What? What you say? I missed.
I'm
never
not
grow up?
repeating that. That's Ken's.
Oh God.
Yo! Yo!
That's why I was
That's
never
what's
Neverland.
going
That's
on?
why he kept wrote. Never mind.
Wow.
But yeah, he called him Joe,
Wow.
Joe Captain Hook. He had him labeled as Captain Hook.
I saw
'cause
that.
he
He
was
was
mean.
throwing him in the water or whatever.
So is this? So did he never call him Dad? Why did
No.
he call him Joseph?
See, but that's part of the stuff that I didn't really love because it's like
That's why he got
there's
that
no
belt.
context.
Don't call me by my name. You better call
Joseph
me
didn't
Dad.
seem like he had a problem.
And
That
no,
was
he
that's
did.
what I'm saying.
And he was a
Like,
kid too.
Right.
It
Calling
was
me
like,
Joseph.
Joseph.
Yeah, I thought that was weird.
I
too.
never heard him call him Dad.
Yeah, he did.
That
I
was
don't think any
weird.
of them did. Yeah, they all called him Joseph.
Mm-hmm.
Because when they would come and get him from the room, they'd be like, "Joseph wants to see you."
Yep.
That is weird.
Yeah.
Very- But
But-
there's no context, so that's yeah.
I do think as we move to the final part of this movie, the final act, I do felt like wish there would have been a deeper conversation about like here he is, the biggest artist in the world, selling out everywhere, and well, the racial undertones of what was happening in music. Him just can't be on MTV,
Yeah.
and like you said, Mike, when he called, it was like I'm gonna pull all my acts. and he didn't have slouches.
No.
Those were
He
huge
said Bob
acts.
Dylan. He said all these motherfuckers.
Bro, like, so of course they're gonna, comply because they don't want to lose that. They don't want to lose that catalog.
Yep.
And Michael Jackson is damn near bigger than all of them. So it's not like white people were not listening to his music.
They were his primary
clearly
audience
were.
at that point.
And he couldn't get airplay because
Right.
they just wanted to be racist. And Mike changed all of that shit.
They glossed over that too much for my taste.
I agree.
Because they didn't even factor in. I mean, I know they did touch on the vitiligo shit, which, whatever.
Why you say whatever?
Well, because I think there was more to that. I don't think it was just because he had vitiligo.
So you think he actually was trying to bleach his skin?
He turned himself into a white woman.
So you still, even with that with them trying to clear that up, you still think that was the case?
If you're watching, I'm sorry, but I had the same exact discussion with my girl last night, and I literally said, I'm tired of you acting like Rod Serling. So it's just funny that now I'm having the same exact discussion with you, because she said the same thing. She's like, wait, do you really think he bleached his skin? I'm like, yes, of course he did.
That was the cover
She's
story.
like, well, he was just trying to even it out. Oh my God.
Nah,
I
that
like,
was the
bro,
cover
come on.
story.
See?
Nah.
But no, I do think he had vitiligo.
Okay.
I do think that he was probably insecure about it.
Yeah.
But that doesn't explain the nose and then the hair. He turned himself into a white woman. There was definitely racial issues happening with Michael Jackson.
Okay.
And the movie did not touch on any of that. Maybe they couldn't because they don't have any facts with it.
Right. Yeah.
But it definitely seemed to me that growing up, he had issues with race and racial identity, racial acceptance.
At the fair, was a bunch of white people at the fair,
Yes.
which I thought was weird. And they even had the whole statement in there was, well, maybe not weird given the times, but
Right.
even had the statement in there talking about, I'm a proud black artist. I'm like, okay, that sounds weird.
It did sound very weird.
Yeah, it's like, okay. Like, I don't know.
I think they could have dropped a little bit of a nugget in there. They didn't have to go into like, okay, yeah, you were trying to change into a white woman, but they could have dropped something in there to imply that he was even thinking about these things. Because I'm sure if you think about it, by the time he was getting that big, when he would perform, he would see a sea of white faces. Because who could afford Michael Jackson tickets? It was mostly white folks. And he was playing overseas a lot. So I wish they could have just maybe dropped a little bit of that into the movie to see like, okay, maybe he's noticing this and this is having an effect on him.
Because who was the white woman that he really liked, that he was around all the time?
Not Lisa Marie
Denise
Presley.
Richards.
Who?
Denise Richards.
That's who it was?
Who was Denise Richards?
She played in movies and stuff, ain't it? Is that
I don't know. I don't know.
No, it was a white woman that he was around all the time.
think it was
But she
Denise
was like real glamorous.
Denise. I think
Oh, you talking about, wasn't it Elizabeth Taylor?
Was it Elizabeth
That may have
Taylor?
been
I think it was Elizabeth, or Liz,
Yeah.
yeah, I think it was Elizabeth
Liz-
Taylor you're
yeah,
thinking
yeah,
of. The one
yeah,
that
yeah.
always wears like, hello, darling. That lady?
I think so. I
think
can't
that's who you're
remember,
talking
But I
about.
remember seeing him around this lady all the time. I thought it was his godmother for a long time.
Oh, you talking about Elizabeth Taylor then?
They
that-
talking about Brooke Shields.
I don't think it was Brooke Shields.
That's
It
not,
may have been
that's
Brooke
not,
Shields,
that's
too.
not who Rod's talking about. This is an older lady.
Yeah, she was.
He was
Yeah,
around,
she was older.
He was
pretty
definitely
sure
around
I'm pretty sure it's Elizabeth
a
Taylor.
lot of white
Yeah.
women.
He was, and then it's so much so where he was like, I want to look like y'all.
Well, the last part of this is we pop back where, Michael, we did the whole Thriller thing, so he's rocking and rolling at this point. And then we get Don King and Joe Jackson. So
That was
Joe,
crunchy.
huh?
That was crunchy.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I didn't love Don King in this.
I liked him.
It wasn't terrible, but it was kind of.
It was weird, especially the way they made Don King sing.
Hey, I think he was the man at that point in time.
He was, but they made him seem like he was all shady and like this.
He
big time.
was. What?
Well,
Like,
like,
made him seem like he was shady.
I know you're right. You're right. Y'all right.
What? They told the truth.
He was just like, "What's in it for me?" It was just like,
sound
but
like him.
that is
Sound
Don
like some
King.
Don King.
But I guess he did have a lot of power. You're right.
Yeah.
Y'all right. He did have a lot of power. It's just, I guess, it's more how the actor portrayed him.
Yeah, he was just like Joe
Yeah.
in the sense of like white people. He ain't take no shit from white people. Like he had a
Yes.
certain authority. Yeah.
Yeah, because he was like, "Don't screw me." What did he say? "Don't screw me on this, Joe," or
Yep.
something like that. Yeah,
So I think at that point Joe kind of had a bad rep, didn't he?
I don't
Probably
know.
by that point. I mean, he
'Cause he was
probably had a
kinda
rep of
begging.
not having Mike in his
Right.
back pocket.
That's
I think
what
by
I
that
meant,
time. Yeah.
Yeah, this was 84. Yep, that was it. Because he was like, is Michael going to be there?
Yep.
Yep.
He was like, yeah, of
Because
course.
the streets are talking.
Yep, yep.
That you're fired.
Yeah.
He would know.
Absolutely.
He would know. If anybody know, he would know.
I
Don
was
King.
wondering if they were
Don
going to
King,
cover that
yes.
era, though. Because, man, I fucking love that goddamn album, Victory.
Victory?
But they didn't do State of Shock. How you do this whole movie? I was waiting for it. The dude next to me was dancing the whole time. I was like, bro, if they hit State of Shock, I'm getting up.
Yeah, they
People got up in my theater, definitely.
dancing?
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
Especially at our theater.
you know what? I was at IMAX, so I didn't see anybody behind me, so I didn't see it. So
Yeah, I was at a sophisticated one this time. I didn't do it by us.
This was in Cobb.
I had to go to Morrow, dog. I'm not going nowhere but Morrow.
You know they had private theaters in Monroe.
I heard.
Yeah,
But I
they were
think that was
sold
for
out.
so people could dance and
Yes,
shit.
it
No
was.
one could complain.
Yeah,
Yep.
They had
Oh, I
private
didn't know about
theaters.
that.
Yeah, they
Yeah.
had private theaters there.
Oh,
But
that was dope.
our the what do you call it? The little thing we have, the monthly.
AMC
Yeah,
premiere.
It didn't. It wouldn't work for that.
Oh, okay.
Them private theaters were sold out. I already knew what was going down in there.
Yes.
Shit, it got so bad at our theater.
Mhm.
I don't know if y'all checked it later. They canceled other movies. Like everything was Michael Jackson.
What? No, I didn't.
Are you
notice
serious?
Yes, they said sorry, no more showings for the rest of the day. I was
It's fucking.
like,
It's
damn.
Morrow with Michael Jackson.
It was like that in Cobb. When I was leaving, it
Yeah,
was
oh yeah,
packed.
You
like
in
all,
Cobb?
yeah, it was close to my new job. So.
Ew.
yeah,
So it's
Yeah.
nothing but white people
No, these black people.
in Cobb.
Mhm.
Oh, they got a death wish.
yeah. All the times, bro. Michael Jackson.
That's
Like
funny to
it was.
me.
Wow.
I was like, because I was trying to find some. I was trying to take Dom to the movies yesterday, and I was trying to see if there was a new animated movie
Yeah.
out or something like that. Because I was still processing whether I was gonna let him see Michael or whatever. And man, I looked. I was like, what the hell is going on in my app? I was like, man, don't tell me this is because of Michael Jackson. I looked. I'm talking about 7:15, 8:30. Not, man, I was like, damn, that motherfucker, they shut that shit down for Mike.
You know what that shows you, though? That shows that you can't listen to fucking critics.
Mm-hmm.
Because I didn't see what y'all
Yeah.
are talking about. I believe you 100%.
I just heard
Yeah.
it too.
If critics were tearing this movie apart, clearly the general public does not care.
Right.
They want to see Michael Jackson.
Yeah. Soon as Don King mentioned Pepsi, y'all knew what was gonna happen.
Oh, hell yeah.
Yeah, but I didn't like it.
Why?
It looked like shit. It didn't
that
look
CGI
good.
was
It
terrible.
was awful,
Oh,
dude. It
my
looked
God.
like
Bro,
fucking.
he was dancing his ass all the
Bruh.
way down to the bottom of the
When that little sizzle fell in there, I was like, "Oh, this what y'all gonna do?"
Yeah, I was
And
like-
he looked like Ghost Rider, the old Ghost Rider movie. And he was running down the stairs. I was like, "Dude, whose fucking shitty CGI is this?"
Oh, man.
Oh, so bad.
man. But I still felt it, though. I don't know.
I didn't know the burn was that bad.
I didn't
third
know the
degree
Yes.
Yeah, I didn't know he had to like get what did they say, like
hair implants and stuff.
plates or implants or something.
Implants, yeah.
I didn't know that.
I didn't know it almost ruined his career. Like, I didn't know it was that bad. I
I
thought it was
didn't
just an
either.
incident that happened.
Yep.
And then he got right back out there. No, they made it seem like, no, this almost fucking ruined his career.
Yes.
I was
Yeah.
like, oh, shit, I would own Pepsi.
Well,
Like,
he
I'm
took all
sure.
the money and gave it to the children's.
Well, yeah, it's
place,
like they
which
said
was dope.
7 figures.
Yeah, 7 figures. They didn't tell what the amount was, but yeah, he was like, "Give it all here,"
Yeah.
which
You
was
see-
nice.
You saw how they kind of implied that that's where the painkillers started,
Yep,
which I don't know if that's true or not, but I thought that was interesting
yep. I did too.
Yeah.
Oh,
too.
okay, yeah.
because he had that drip and he was walking around with it.
Hmm.
Oh, yeah, damn.
Yeah, and they even showed it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I
Yeah,
know.
yeah,
put
they
emphasis
even-
on
yeah.
it.
Everything like that was real subtle. I feel like.
It
Yeah,
was.
they did a good job with that kind of stuff.
Mm-hmm.
It was.
This was after the moonwalk scene, which you didn't.
Oh,
cover.
at the was that at the Motown 25 thing?
He killed that
Can't
shit.
remember, but
Yeah, it was a Motown
Just
25.
the off the wall thing.
Because I was trying to remember if that was the first time he did it.
After that?
Yeah, that was the first time he did it. It was on
Okay.
national television,
Okay.
and I can't front that scene.
It was
kind of
fire.
got me hyped.
Yeah, he was killing that
It
shit.
kind of got me hyped.
I felt like I was there, damn.
yeah,
Yeah, he
me
was killing
too.
that shit.
I was like, oh shit, what was that?
Yeah, he was killing that shit.
The
And then they came.
moonwalk? What a moonwalk! God damn, bro, you saw that?
They relayed that really well because
They
then
did.
even Quincy Jones Lorenz Tate character came backstage like nigga.
Yeah,
Like,
that shit was crazy.
And then of course Joe coming through.
That's my boy. Like he didn't.
You can't even get one day, Dad.
You're like, what?
Yeah,
That's funny. Joe thought he was responsible for all of that shit.
I see why though.
Yeah,
I mean, to a
can see it.
degree,
He
kinda
is kinda.
was.
Yeah.
You know,
That's
he,
what I was
I
saying
understood
earlier.
his
Yeah.
take when he was saying that. He was like, "Man, I built this shit, nigga."
Brick by brick.
Your
Brick
son
by
just
brick.
happened to be Michael fucking Jackson too.
Right.
but you do got to wonder how far Mike Jack would have gone
If he
if
didn't
Joe
have Joe.
had, yeah,
That's a good point.
or if
Pushed him
Joe
so
wouldn't have
hard.
pushed him as hard as he
Good
did.
point.
It's true.
You know, because Michael Jackson was him because he was so different and unique and kind of weird.
Facts.
Yeah.
He wouldn't have been any of that without
Yeah.
Joe, probably. That's
That-
not excusing abuse, so don't be stupid, Reddit. I'm
Yeah,
just
right,
saying,
right.
you know, it's an interesting quandary.
Yeah, but no, that was dope, and I felt like they captured like just the reactions in the crowd when people saw it. Yeah, it felt like they made it real, like, oh my God, what did he just do? Sort of moment. I think it was one moment he was doing a dance and he stood on his toes. He was like,
It was the same. I thought it was
It's
the
the
same
same one.
thing.
it was the same one. They
Yeah.
were like, yeah,
He
I was
was like, I
supposed. Oh
should-
yeah,
yeah.
you're right.
Yeah.
He was like, yeah, I was supposed to stay on my toes a little bit longer, which was like, what? But to us, we were like, it's still fucking dope. We didn't even know that. Like,
Right.
Right, but when you go back and look at the original clip, it does seem like he wanted to stay longer, but he didn't on that part. So I thought that was interesting that they put that in there.
yeah.
Damn, man.
Yeah. Well, the last thing we got in this movie was basically was like, yeah, I'm still gonna do the tour because, because again we
The victory tour.
Yeah, Joe Jackson being a dick talking about when is he gonna be able to perform?
That was crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was crazy.
And didn't care.
No,
No.
not in
Didn't
the
care.
slightest.
Not at all.
Like Joe.
That sounded like Joe.
Yep. He had a lot on the line. I'm not excusing it, but Don King. We don't know what Don King was gonna do to him if he
Yeah.
come through.
Yeah, sick. The other mic on him.
Mm.
You don't want that.
But yeah, he did the victory tour.
How was you going to do the tour?
Which was and that was a moment, like Michael Jackson reuniting with his brothers, man, for a whole tour.
Yeah, but I felt his brothers though. That wasn't really a reunite. That was a we're your backing band.
I never felt like it was a reunite.
Nah, but that album is hard, Spite.
It is.
That album
I
is
ain't never heard that.
Wait,
Oh, it's
his
good.
brothers didn't say that, did they?
They
Nah.
didn't say that, but they give the impression that they felt like that. And I don't see how they wouldn't, because Michael Jackson was in the front singing his own songs.
But he was
And they-
always in the front.
And they in the back, but they're playing his music.
Well, that was
felt,
weird. Yeah.
Yeah.
And they didn't even, I mean, they touched on Jermaine a little bit.
They said he stayed at Motown.
He stayed in Motown. So I mean, I guess they didn't really need to delve into that too much, but I don't know, man. I don't know. I think overall, I mean, the fact that Janet wasn't in it,
Yeah.
LaToya was kind of talked about,
Yeah.
She said maybe I should get my nose done.
and she did.
She did it. And a whole bunch of other stuff.
They
Yeah,
all got
it was weird that it was only one sister, right?
Yeah, because Reby wasn't in it either, I don't think.
Yeah, I think they only showed one.
So, yeah. I guess they all were just like, nah, don't put us in this shit.
Yeah, but no, it was cool because I yeah, it's just like you definitely go back, back in time because that was a big ass moment, like because a lot of the adults at the time they grew up with the Jackson 5, they saw them break off. I don't know if Janet was doing her thing then,
Nah, she was probably on Good Times at that point, right?
probably so.
burned
Jermaine had
with
an album
fucking
out,
irons
so
and
I
shit.
think he had a hit. I think
He had that one hit, but I can't remember what it was called. It was I had the album.
uh,
It was him and it was him in that red
was
car.
it the slow jam or the
Nah,
you talking
it
about
was
the
it was a
up
hype
tempo?
jump. It was a hype
Was
song.
it not Don't Take It Personal? Oh, I know what you're
No.
talking about.
No, he didn't have
Oh
a hit.
man. Shit. Somebody look it
It's
up.
okay.
I'm looking it up now.
Right,
Let's Get Serious.
yeah,
That was the jam, wasn't it?
I don't think that was the song.
That wasn't the song?
Is that the name of the album?
No, that's the name of the song. But there was whatever he had like a video
Bro, I
for
know
it.
what you're talking
And it was
about.
him in like a red car.
I know exactly what you're talking about. Maybe it was that song, but
I can't remember. He had a couple jams, but
Yeah, I don't know.
Jermaine's
Yeah,
number one hit. Let's Get Serious. I guess
yeah,
that
I
is
guess
it.
it was Let's Get Serious.
Stevie Wonder wrote it,
Yep.
and somebody else. I don't hear it in my head though. I don't hear how it goes. That's why I'm struggling with it.
Do you remember this is the album I'm talking about?
Yeah.
Yeah, Let Me Tickle Your Fancy.
That's the name of the album?
Yeah.
That's hilarious.
Yeah, and it was him in this bright ass red car with this woman tickling his chin. You don't know nothing about that, Spike.
I don't.
Anyway.
I don't.
But yeah, man, it was all right. you know,
Yeah,
it was
a
very smart
good
to end
time.
where they ended it.
Facts.
Because then they can just make the excuse of, well, the allegations didn't happen until after that, so we don't, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah, which is kind of when I was just kind of getting some info on Wiki, just background. That's kind of what they kind of alluded to, and gives them room to make a part 2.
Yep.
So if it does well, which it fucking did, this shit killed.
Part 2 is not going to do anywhere near as well. I feel like the only reason this did so well is because they didn't touch on any of the allegations or the controversies.
I don't know. I don't think. I agree with your statement about I don't think part 2 would do well because these are the albums.
Yeah.
After this, you have
It's Dangerous. Which
Dangerous.
is a good album, but it wasn't
Remember
Thriller
the
or
Time.
bad. Right.
Invincible. So it's a different part of Michael's career that people don't want to remember.
Nah, Remember the Time was on Dangerous. You thinking of History was the name of the
Oh,
album.
yeah, my bad.
I
They
think.
had black and white on it, right?
Yeah, Black and White was on Dangerous. So there's still more to talk about,
Yeah, still more.
but that's where the controversy starts.
Yeah, that's when the controversy
Right.
starts. So they would have to do this very
I don't know how they can.
strategically.
I don't know how they
You
can.
can't. It's not without, not in this way. Like, this is a very much like celebration of Mike.
I think you can still put it in his like in a better light from his perspective.
But see, then you open yourself up for your own movie being controversial. Like right now, the movie isn't controversial. It's just people think it's bad, but whatever.
Well, they think it's bad and they feel like they left out stuff.
But see, I don't think they left. They did leave stuff out, but it wasn't like insensitive leaving things out. Like if they did a part 2 and they just continued on with his career and never touched on any of the kid stuff, then that would be weird.
Yeah, that would be disingenuous.
That would be disingenuous.
And
But
I think
they can't do that.
That's why I think they should stop. I don't they not
kinda
because
do
of the
too.
money, but this should have been it. This
I
should be
think the
one
right
and
writer
done.
could do it.
I don't know who
'Cause
that
you gonna
writer
have to-
is.
I mean, you made 94 to 100 mil. It's probably going to do
Yeah, it's fine.
200 mil globally.
It already has done 200. Somebody
It's
said
already,
that.
they already confirmed.
already there,
Yeah, so
yeah.
it's through the roof, which makes sense.
It does.
It's Michael Jackson, and people get a chance to relive and hear all of the hits that they grew up listening to.
And they don't want to feel bad about liking Michael Jackson.
Facts.
That's what I'm saying. That's why I don't
There's
think
that
part
too.
2 would
Yeah,
do well.
I'm leaving it right there. If I'm,
Yep.
yeah, I'm
They were
done.
smart to do this. As far as like monetarily, they were smart.
Man, it's already at 217.
It's gonna be.
And what I was saying
yeah,
earlier,
yeah.
they were going to bring in. They had to do a rewrite because of this kid Chandler. That apparently there's a NDA or something like that where they can't include his name in the
Which
the
one's
movie.
Chandler?
I think that was one of the first allegations. Hold on, let me see if I can find it. My computer's about to run out of power. Jordan Chandler. So yeah, there was a clause in the settlement with one of Jackson's accusers, Jordan Chandler, forbidding any mention of Chandler in the film.
Wow.
So they had to rewrite it. Variety reported that they were going to mention it in the third act.
Oh, and that's the part you're saying they took out.
Yep,
earlier.
that's the part. Yeah, I was talking about is the mic song that they took out, and they had to do some rewrites because Logan, who is this Logan guy? One of the scripts got damaged in the fire, Palisades fire.
Wow.
So yeah,
You need to
that's
charge it because you got to do super chats.
I do
is
have
that?
the super. I do need a charger, but I do have a. I had to get my.
Where's the charger?
It's in my book bag
Where's your book bag?
behind me. It's probably in that bottom section. It's a power bank in there. All right, you can put it right. You can put it right here. But yeah, I'll go ahead and drop the first super chat on here. Well, let me close out this.
Well,
Yeah. Any other thoughts before
answer
we
a
close
real
out?
quick
Yeah,
question
go ahead.
from Marty McFly. He's saying, I don't know why folks think the second movie is going to get into it. I don't think there's any way for them to make a second movie without them getting into it.
Yeah.
Those
you can't.
accusations were a huge part of his career from Dangerous through history. So it would be very odd, unless I'm misunderstanding your question, Marty McFly, but I don't see how they would be able to do that.
I think what he's probably saying is that there's still enough entertainment pieces. I get what you're saying too, that it would, and Spike, it would just be disingenuous is what you said. Is that the word you used?
Yeah.
To just act like
To
that
act
shit
like it
didn't,
just didn't
happen for
happen.
those albums.
But they basically did that with his first part too, though.
But there weren't any accusers during this part.
Yeah.
The Accusers, from what I remember, came after Bad.
Yeah, that's
So that's why I'm saying they ended it
When
just
did the
right.
Macaulay Culkin stuff happen?
Well, Macaulay Culkin said he never did anything.
everything
to him.
that I read
know, but they
said
didn't
that.
touch on that either, though.
But everything I read said that everything
though.
started after Bad. That
Really?
the accusation started after Bad. Yeah.
Right.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So, but
Well, we were just informed that this is not a life story. So I appreciate y'all
Stop
letting us
it.
know that he didn't die after Bad happened. Oh, you didn't know that? Damn.
Okay.
Well, now you can learn something new.
I know.
Appreciate it.
Yeah, man. Thank you.
I don't
Thank
know
y'all
what I
for the
would
info,
do.
man.
That's stupid.
Yeah.
Don't be like that.
Ooh.
I'm just playing. Don't be so sensitive.
Don't make 'em leave.
Play with something safe.
You gonna talk about how it closes and stuff? Everybody passing out.
Oh,
love this shit.
That
yeah.
was so good.
Yeah, they did
That
a
was
good
so
job of
good.
capturing that because we all saw that shit.
Facts.
Yeah.
Yeah, no,
I
that
think
was
Eddie
dope.
Murphy did the best rendition of that. Michael, when he was on his
Oh
guy.
yeah.
Yeah.
You-
He
oh,
said
and
how
then-
grown men were passing out and stuff.
And then him saying, yeah, we saw that. Yeah, then him saying, said, yeah, well, he again said he's going to walk up to Joe and tell him to his face, but he just made the announcement on stage. I remember that shit too.
I don't remember that.
Yep.
Wait, you remember which part? Him.
When he made that announcement on stage.
On the victory tour.
Wait, which
on the
which
victory tour.
oh, that he was
This is
going
the last
solo.
time.
This was the last
I don't
tour.
remember that, but
The
of course he
farewell.
remembers that.
Whatever.
Farewell tour.
From what I've read, that was like a huge thing
Yeah.
because it wasn't planned.
No.
It wasn't planned.
Joe was like, let's talk this out.
Right, and the brothers were like, "Fuck, really?
Yeah, you see their face?
Yeah, they're like, "Are you serious?
They were like, they
I
were
just
shook.
got my Jerry curl wet. You gonna leave me now?"
Yeah, because Joe was back there selling his spot.
Yeah,
He was like,
we
yeah,
finna
we're
go
going
world
to go
tour.
to Paris. We're
We
going to
went
go
everywhere.
everywhere.
Europe. Anywhere.
That was kind of foul, though.
For
I
him to do
get-
that?
A little bit. Because his brothers wasn't, I mean, I'm not saying they weren't shit, but they weren't shit like that. It was kind of dirty for him to just be like, all right, I'm going to announce this on stage, and even my brothers don't know.
And they were probably happy to be back on stage, get some money in their pocket, bro.
Right. It had been a minute. And the only one really doing shit was Jermaine.
Yep.
So, yeah,
Yep.
that was kind of dirty, Mike.
Yeah, that was definitely dirty. I didn't know he sold out Dodger Stadium 8 nights in a row.
Oh, it's 8?
That's what he said. He
Probably
said,
wasn't
thank
28.
Bro, it's,
damn.
bro, it's Michael. I know you're. It's, yeah,
Yeah,
it
it's Mike
sounds
Jack-
crazy, but it's still Michael Jackson.
Yeah.
Like I think we do forget. So the Jackson 5
forget.
at that time. So when they went to CBS, they had Triumph, Destiny. So they still had hits. Yeah, they still had some hits without Mike. And then in '89 they came back with.
It's a fine hit.
Oh, I will.
I'm playing.
But-
I don't know.
Well, you're kind of right, but it looks like each song had something on it that did something. And then they did the 2300 Jackson Street joint.
Oh, I remember that. Oh, man, that was so good.
I don't remember that.
Really? That's our home. Yeah, you don't remember that? 2300 Jackson Street.
This was after the Victory album?
I don't
Yeah,
remember what
yeah, it was.
I didn't bother with
Oh.
anything because Mike Jack left
Oh,
after the
man,
Victory
that
album.
song is so good.
I don't remember that one. I'm to go look it up.
Yeah,
So-
yeah, that song is really
Oh
good.
yeah, they on Triumph they had Heartbreak Hotel, which was This Place Hotel, and they had Can You Feel It? That was a big. That
I
was
thought
a
Triumph was first. I thought it was Triumph then Victory. Am I getting it backwards?
big, yeah.
Oh.
Well, no, you're right. It was Triumph then Victory.
Right,
Yeah, what I was
right.
saying was like leading up to the Victory tour,
Oh,
they had
got you,
songs.
got you,
they
got
had
you, got you,
popular. I won't
gotcha.
say popular. I won't say hits, but they had popular songs.
When Mike wasn't around, they
Yeah.
still had hits. Is what you're saying. I got
Yeah, I think that album went to number 10 on the Billboard LP. So yeah, they released like 5 singles on there. Destiny, that was before that. What did they have on that one? Blame It on the Boogie.
I don't remember that.
Shake Your Body Down to the Ground.
I don't remember blaming it on the boogie.
Yep. So they had a joint
that
off
song.
that joint.
Oh,
Going
man.
Places before that had okay, well, yeah. Not
Yeah,
much
you
on
missed
that
the,
one.
you missed the time then. Like, yeah.
I'm sure if you played it, I would remember
Yeah,
it. But I
maybe,
don't
maybe.
remember it right now.
Okay.
The only Jackson album, including Jackson 5 joints, the only Jackson album I still listen to is
Shit.
fucking Victory.
Well, hold on. Mike may have still been part of those joints. Hold on. He was definitely part of the 76 and 7. So he loved. Did he leave in Destiny?
Why you always in my business, Rob Costa? God damn.
Let me see.
Yeah, I think No, Michael Jackson. So yeah. So hold on. Let me make sure I got my timeline right. So which album did they do without him? So he was still winning with Destiny. Let me get into Super
The
Chat.
one, it's the one after Victory.
It
whatever
must
that
have been
album
Triumph.
was. Triumph was before Victory.
So disregard everything I said.
I'll look it up. Just go ahead and go on the super chats.
I know.
Never mind. Yeah, I
Yeah,
take
he was
everything
not-
I
he was
back.
not- he was-
Victory was the one he wasn't on. Was he on Victory?
He was on Victory.
Yes.
He was on the cover of Victory. Remember, he was the only one that was all glittered out with the fucking glove and
Well,
shit.
never mind then. They didn't
Yeah.
have shit without Mike.
I thought they had an album after Victory. Is what I was saying.
They did. It was 2300 Jackson
and
Street.
I thought that's the one he wasn't on.
He wasn't on that one.
Yeah, So they did have an album without him on it. It was that one.
That sounds stupid as fuck. Never mind.
It took a minute, but we got there.
Yeah,
That's funny.
yeah. So yeah, they did. Damn, they needed Mike, bro.
They did need
Woo,
Mike.
Poor Mike.
The second Mike left, them shits went.
2300.
Damn. So he was still doing albums. Never mind. I'm gonna read the super chats because I'm planning on actually going through Michael Jackson's whole career musically through his whole discography.
a lot.
It is a lot, but it's gonna be fun. But yeah. Anyway, so that is the movie. I get the critics' criticism of it in terms of lack of character depth. There were things they missed. I felt they could have went deeper with some of the stories, but again, I think for his fan base, they don't want to see all that. And I think what they covered, not a lot of that was present, so they couldn't really get into that. So with the second one, if they ever release one, we'll see. That's when I think they could be fair, but it was fine. All right, in an alternate universe, would you rather have gotten Dune directed by Zack Snyder, or Sinners directed by Tyler? Bruh.
I feel like Tyler already did
Sinners
the
directed by Tyler Perry.
Tyler had already did the Sinners that nobody cared about. I'm sure he's
If he
probably
hasn't, it's coming.
right. Tyler, I think that'd be hilarious.
It
though.
kind of would, especially if he actually like made it a spoof.
Man,
It would actually be kinda funny.
Oh my god, if Tyler Perry made a vampire movie,
I
Would
think
black
I'm with
folks
it.
Be mad because we hold Sinners so high. Would they be mad that even if it's our own? Yeah.
Yeah, it would. Except for his fans, though. You know, he got that cult fan base.
Yeah.
But yeah.
That
I
would
don't
be
know.
funny.
Tyler Perry, Sinners, bro.
Has he
Yeah.
made a horror movie yet? I don't think he has he?
All
I
of
guess
his
all of his
movies
movies
are horrors. What are you talking
You're right.
about?
The one we reviewed was
Oh,
definitely a
God.
horror
Yes,
movie. That
You're
was definitely
right. Jesus
Yeah,
Christ.
it'll definitely be a light-skinned dude coming to the rescue.
I don't think Dune need to be touched though. Snyder's cool, but like,
Oh,
But I'd rather have a Snyder Dune than a Tyler Perry Sinners.
facts.
I mean, yes, obviously, but yeah,
I'm on the opposite. Give me the Tyler.
on Tubi, right?
Yeah,
Put it
you
on
know
Tubi.
what, Ken? I think I'm changing my vote too. I'm changing my vote. I think
It's
I
his
would.
bag, right?
I think I would like to see some shit like that.
It's his bag.
Oh my god,
man.
Tyler
Yeah.
Perry Sinners would be fucking hilarious.
It's his bag. Oh, he do got a
Especially-
Boo Halloween. a
Especially
Boo.
Madea in it.
Oh my god.
he got a Madea Boo. It's called Boo.
But I need to be serious. I
Yeah.
need Tyler Perry to take it serious.
Yeah,
Oh, my
Madea gonna
God.
get the
I'm
shot.
trying to think about what that would look like. Oh my
Amazing.
goodness.
I don't. Dion. I'm gonna just call you Dion. What actor should play you and your parents in a biopic?
What actor should play me? Booker T.
The wrestler?
You never seen this fight
I ain't never seen
to now,
Bruh.
Even Mike, I think himself be like,
yeah, I did.
I kind of see it.
I thought you were here, Spike, when I told you that I went into Flying Burrito one time, and this little kid was in the cart. He turned around, he goes, "Daddy, it's Booker T," and it was a white kid, and the dad was mortified. I was like, "Bro, it's fine. It's fine. Don't say that. Oh my God, I'm so sorry."
Jesus Christ.
That's crazy. Yeah,
Oh,
nah, that's good
man.
though. That's good. That's probably the only one I see is Mike. I seen him like, God, he do look like Mike.
He does.
Like Mike got buff for real, for real. Woo, man, that is him.
Let me get Common would play me. Denzel will be my dad, and Felicia Rashad will be my mom.
I comment playing you.
Yo,
What's
Spike.
going on? I just wanted to
Come on, Spike. Why you do that, Spike?
Kids
Spike.
got dark over the years.
That ain't what he's talking about.
No, I just want to know why Common playing him. Common
Spike being an asshole.
I
You're
am
catching
not.
on. Yes, you are.
People used to say I used to look like Common a lot. We favored a lot. That was a lot. Shut up, Spike.
Like an
It was all. I'm telling you.
Look at the old dead end videos.
I'm telling you,
Spike.
bro.
Nah, they're not lying, Spike. He did
He
kind of
did,
like.
like,
Yeah.
he did kind of look like Common.
He's a little uncommon now. He did kind of look like Common back in the day.
Yeah, he's
I
yeah.
guess mine would be Lakeith Stanfield. That's
Yeah,
what
Yeah.
yeah.
I didn't see it until. Did you see it?
No, I didn't see it until
somebody
somebody else
approached
said
me in
it.
public like him and said that.
Damn.
Like, you that guy from Atlanta?
You should have said, "Yep."
I was,
You should have said, "Yep."
let's see, who would play my mom? Probably Jasmine. What's the Whitley off of?
Jasmine Guy?
Yeah, her.
Mm.
Yeah.
I don't know.
J Rock
J-Rock, dude.
or Ghostface.
Or Ghostface. I mean, I get called so many different people. I don't even know. I don't know which one I see the most.
Well, you can just pick one. It don't have to be his.
Yeah, who do you think is gonna be a better actor between J Rock and Ghostface? I don't know why, but I'm picturing Ghostface trying to act like he's filming something. It's just
Oh,
not
my
gonna make any
goodness.
sense.
He gonna be like, like he was in that video.
You might want to go with J Rock.
Yeah, J-Rock. I think J-Rock probably could be a good actor.
Shout out
think
to
he
Ghostface
could.
though.
And I don't know.
Did you say one, Mike?
Ghostface is hilarious.
Yeah, I said Booker T.
Okay. Oh yeah, you did. You did.
I can't think of nobody else that looks like me.
All right, Area 51 escapee. Horror fans will be eating good in May. We have Holcomb, Passenger Obsession, and Backrooms are all coming out and look good.
I don't know what Holcomb is.
Me either.
Y'all haven't seen the previews for Holcomb?
I've cut trailers out because
Yeah, it's like one of them. It's supposed to be like a horror or something, a thriller, something like that.
I didn't finish that sentence. I have cut trailers out because what, guys?
On Patreon, you
That's
can catch
right.
us doing trailer reaction.
There you go. You all been asking for it, and we've been doing it. So make sure y'all become a patron and check it out.
Favorite Black Mirror episode?
Wow, that's a good question.
The
Vipers
Black
one?
History the Black History Museum.
Oh,
I haven't seen Vipers.
Yo, yes, you have.
I have not.
That's fucked up. Low key, it is a good episode though.
It is.
Even
It's
without the penis, it's a good episode.
an iconic one.
I bet.
That's a hard question.
Yeah,
though.
mine is the
That
Black
is.
Museum one with the girl from Black Panther in it.
That is really good.
That was fire.
Damn, I don't know. It might be the one where the woman got a like a doll of her dead boyfriend or whatever.
I remember that one.
And the ad started playing. That
Yeah.
one.
No. That's
Not
the
that
one with Rashida Jones.
Oh.
There was another one, like an earlier season, where this woman got like it was like her husband or boyfriend had died, and then she got like a clone of him, and then she just couldn't. I don't want to give a spoiler away, but I really like that episode.
I like the one with the guy in Get Out.
Oh yeah,
was a good one.
That was like his first time.
Yeah.
Where a lot of us saw him outside of that one UK
What
horror
was the
movie. that I can't
premise
think
for
of the
that
name
one?
of.
Because I remember him being in one, but I don't remember the premise.
It was like they would have to exercise.
You had to ride that bike, right?
Yeah,
you had
to ride that
earn
bike.
points. You had to earn points to not go to jail or something like that. Yeah,
Something like
okay.
that. I should
Yeah,
go
and
back and rewatch it.
yeah, and
know?
it to help that girl out, that white girl.
Yeah, that was a good one. That's my second favorite one too.
You got one right?
Y'all
I had to
get
go
y'all
back.
ass
I
on.
have to go back and see.
Okay.
But that USS Callister
that?
stands out too.
Oh, okay.
Fucking assholes.
That one stands out. But I would definitely have to. What was San Junipero? Do y'all remember what that one was?
I don't remember.
Let's see, that's up there.
Shout out to Don Conway for becoming a new member. Dion, are you guys hyped for Clayface and the other upcoming DC releases? Clayface looks interesting.
Clayface is a DC thing.
Yeah,
Mhm.
it looks. But I think it's in that Robert Pattinson Batman world. What you laughing at? You still laughing at the Afeni Shakur shit?
Somebody
fuck y'all,
said
man.
Charles Dutton should have played King.
What?
Fucking Rock.
Oh man.
I hate y'all. Y'all some assholes.
He's too dark.
Y'all are some assholes.
He's not light
That's
enough.
funny.
You darker now, man. That's what that's all
No,
they
I'm
see.
not.
You are, Ken.
You are definitely darker than when we
You a
started.
shade, like
At
two
least a
shades.
shade.
Yeah, at least a shade, but definitely. Boy, look at you. You damn near my complexion.
Facts.
You damn near my
Facts.
complexion.
You were lighter than Spike when we first started.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna have to fact check this.
Yeah, you need to.
But yeah, I mean, we'll see. I think the direction that DC is going with their movies being darker is interesting. I think it'll definitely work with Clayface. So it should be interesting to see what they do with this.
Oh, they said it's. So I was wrong, I guess. I thought it was in the Robert Pattinson universe, but
Oh, it's not?
Guadalupe is saying it's not.
Oh.
I don't know. People be lying to me, and I just be believing it.
Saying it's set before Superman, and it would be DC first horror film.
I think it'll be better if it is in the same universe.
Yeah, I thought it fit in that universe, but I guess not. Okay.
But it just said it's set before it, so that's maybe the same universe, but just happens before Superman.
Yeah, but that's not in the same universe
Right.
as the Robert Pattinson Batman. I thought,
I get what you're
I
saying.
thought Clayface was in that universe. So I was actually looking forward to maybe him coming up against that Batman. I don't want to see him fighting the other Batman.
So is Clayface? He's a villain.
Yeah, he's a villain. Yeah.
Spoiler alert.
It looks like, I guess.
What the heck? Thoughts on new Miami Vice with Michael B. Jordan and Austin B?
Who's Austin B?
I don't know. I still don't know who that is.
The villain in Dune
I'm
2.
looking now.
Oh, I'm looking at him.
Ew.
All right, I guess.
Yeah, that's gonna be whack.
Just because he's in it, it looks whack.
Stay away from Miami Vice. That shit.
Yeah, what?
Leave it alone.
Yeah, because like who was it? Jamie and the
Jamie
other
Foxx and somebody.
could not
I
couldn't
didn't
even
see
get
that
it
one.
right. I like I said, that was one of the movies I walked out on. I ain't never walked on.
I think it was
I
Colin
walked out-
Farrell.
Damn.
Colin
It
Farrell,
was.
yeah, Colin Farrell and him, like
Did
they
they
couldn't even get it right.
Were they new characters or they were based off the TV show characters?
They're always based off the TV show.
Really?
Yeah.
That's what.
That's no good.
Y'all got it.
Yep.
Straight on that.
Jonathan Hernandez, most consistent franchise for me is Evil Dead. Consistent in quality.
We talked
or
about that. We
consistent?
have a whole convo about that.
Did we?
Best movie
I
franchise?
thought, yeah. I don't know if it's out.
remember, but yeah.
I think
Okay.
it was horror though. It was specifically horror.
It might have been specifically horror.
Fast and the Furious is the most consistent.
No, we talking about franchises like that, yeah, right.
But it was only horror because
I wasn't. Cause we talked.
I wouldn't
about,
have picked Scream. I picked
Nah,
like
we probably
Scream
did that
and
too,
shit.
but I think we did just franchises in general, right? Franchises.
Did we do
did
a
the best
franchise
franchises,
conversation?
right?
Just
That wasn't
Movie.
horror. It was just like regular franchises.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
I don't remember that, but okay, I believe you.
Yeah, because you remember we brought up like Back to the Future.
Oh,
and
that's
all
where the
that.
argument
yeah,
between.
yeah.
No,
Oh,
that
yeah,
was
when-
trilogies. That was
Yeah, that was
trilogies.
trilogy.
Never mind.
Oh, that was.
Yeah, that one we did, but I don't know if we ever did best franchises.
Interesting.
Anyway,
You said Marty McFly said y'all did.
well, Marty McFly might be motherfucking wrong.
He's probably not.
He's probably not. No.
Yeah.
You're right. But no, Evil Dead Burn looks fucking hard, man. All the Evil Dead movies have looked great and have been great. They haven't slipped yet. Even the remakes have been good. So no, that might be a good one.
I always get that confused with Shaun of the Dead and all that shit.
Very different.
Yeah.
You can keep Shaun of the Dead.
Presto, Ken, Your Friends and Neighbors season 2 is out. Did you finish season 1 and were you hoping for another season? I did finish season 1. I was not hoping for another season.
Damn.
I probably will watch it, but I think they were fine to end it where it was and they did not need to run it back. So, yeah. Well, we'll see. Cam, books that should get a movie adaptation.
I keep telling you, House of Leaves. I know y'all haven't read it. Anybody that has read that book knows what I'm talking about. House of Leaves needs to get a movie because it's so goddamn good.
Coldest Winter Ever. I
Never
feel
heard
like
that.
that'll be a good movie.
Why the Last Man, I think would be cool. It's a comic, but you know,
That don't count.
okay.
The Bible.
I knew you was gonna say that shit.
Genesis.
It's already movies.
Oh, that's true. But a good one though.
They tried a while the Last Man. I don't think it was all that
I don't be
good.
reading. I don't read those type of books. I read a lot of self-help stuff and all that.
Yeah, I could probably do more, like books that were made into movies, but the movies weren't very good. We should do that as a convo, but I can't think of any other books that I can think of.
Yeah, I'm trying to.
Hate that guy.
What?
I don't know. There was like not. Why was it necessary? But I know. But like, why did he have to run it now? It's ridiculous.
Anyway, what's the best biopic, Ray is still number one.
Yeah.
Bohemian Rhapsody is good.
I still haven't watched that.
Oh,
Me
I
either.
know, because he looks just like Freddie Mercury. I still haven't watched it.
I heard
man.
that Beatles documentary is really good. That little well, it's not a pick though. It was a 4-part series.
I just don't.
NWA was good.
What was?
NWA.
It was good.
Yeah. But I still go Ray at number one.
Yeah, Ray's still good. I like American Gangster too.
Can
That's
we turn that
crazy.
off?
That's crazy.
I just don't.
That's what I
understand why
normally
he's
do.
doing this. Fucking ridiculous.
Malcolm X is good too.
The dishwasher.
It almost feels like he does it on purpose.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
You know
Why
what I'm
would
saying?
It's very intentional.
Yeah.
Bitch ass.
Yeah, that,
I don't want to say nothing, man. They can't
yeah.
stand
Right.
black men just
Just being black men. You know what
just
I'm
doing
saying?
something positive.
It's like you blacks always
Shouldn't you
want
be on
something.
the street? You got these
God
lights
damn.
and these cameras.
Right. Where'd you get them from? Huh? Did you boost them?
all right. What horror movie villain or entity till this day has never left your psyche?
Psyche.
Yes.
Selena's a good one, real quick. Somebody put Selena.
I still haven't seen that either. Nope. I still haven't seen that either.
Selena's really good.
Yeah, I've heard it's really good.
Yeah.
Antoine Chigurh.
That is a good one because he is a fucking. He
I don't want no problems.
yeah, he is fucking terrifying.
Yeah. From No Country for Old Men, Ken.
Yes. Look, white boy walk up at you with a bowl cut. It's a wrap.
Oh yeah. No, he was scary.
I'm trying to think who horror movie guy that's not left my psyche. I assume they mean like that. I'm still kind of scared of because Freddy's always in my brain, but I'm not scared of him.
Yeah, I mean, because I think the iconic ones are out of the question, right?
Right.
Jason and
That's what I'm
Michael
trying to think
Myers
of.
and all them. Those are given.
I'll tell you the one that has scared me the most.
Nigga said, "Shit, Tupac from Juice."
That's
a good one.
Fact.
It actually
one.
really
That's
is
a
though.
fact.
Shit, Bishop is a good one.
I don't give a fuck. Yeah, I can't think of anything.
That just never left your.
There was just that. There was one. It was a one TV movie. I can't remember the name of it now, where this dude was SA'd by a ghost, and I remember as a kid that scared the fuck out of me because he was an old white man, and this fucking ghost came walking down the stairs, and he said, "Who are you?" And she picked him up and threw him across the room and climbed on top of him, and you hear his pants unzip, and she was riding the fuck.
God.
As a kid, it
was a USA
scared
movie.
the fuck out of me. But I can't remember the name of the movie because I know you want to see it now.
That's definitely a USA movie.
Probably.
With Godfrey up all night. You remember
No,
that? I
no.
definitely
This was when I was a
one of
kid. So I was like
Uh-uh.
10. I don't think USA was even a thing yet. I don't think.
those. That was about the time.
It was?
They used to
Okay.
do movies like they had one that had. Never mind.
Damn.
She had teeth in the wrong place. So I put it like that.
Oh,
Yeah, you
Teeth.
see
It's
it.
called Teeth.
Oh, it's called Teeth.
Yeah.
Uh,
But that's not a
Fancy
USA
man
movie.
shit.
That's like a real. That's a
It
regular.
came on something. They came on USA on Friday night. She
Oh.
up all night. You don't remember that Gilbert Godfrey?
I
Y'all
don't remember.
that?
I
USA
believe you,
Up
but
All
I don't
Night?
remember. But nah, Teeth is good.
Hmm.
Anyway,
Joe Goldberg, honorable mention too. A
Okay.
TV series from
who was
you.
that?
You, it's a TV
Oh,
series.
he's a villain.
Yes.
But you think about him?
Oh no. Well, I mean, just left your psyche. Did you watch you?
I only
You
watched
see
the first 2 seasons. Then I got bored. I didn't watch the
It
third.
was the same thing.
Yeah,
So,
that's what I figured.
Did any of you watch FX's The Beauty?
No.
I heard it's really good, but I haven't watched it yet. Sorry, I cut you
I hadn't
off.
seen it. No, I saw previews for it, but
It's
yeah,
on my
it looks
list.
decent.
Yeah, it does
That's the
look
one
good.
with
Ashton
Ashton
Kutcher?
Kutcher. Yeah, it looks good.
Mm-hmm. Is it good?
Area 51 escapee for the upcoming Spider
guess
Noir
not.
movie.
no.
So
Oh, I thought you were asking kids.
No, I was talking to Chet.
yeah, are you guys going to watch it in black and white for the full noir vibe or in color?
I don't know. I don't
I
really
watch
care.
both.
They're putting out 2 different ones.
Yeah, they're doing it both ways. That's cool. That's cool, man. I like it.
Remember Godzilla -1 did that.
They released it after the fact, though, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, but you're
that's
talking about
different.
at the same time.
Yeah, the original. Yeah,
They did the werewolf one like that too.
but they went back and did it. You
They
talking
went
about the
back
one
and
on
did it.
Disney?
Yeah, the one on Disney.
I would respect it more if they did the black and white and then re-released it, not at the same time to give people a choice. But I get it why people would want one.
And it's not just regular color. It's like that cine color. Like that's not what it's called. It's called something different.
So like the old school
The
colorized
old school
look.
colorized version. I
Yeah,
think
that
that's
that
cool.
could be cool.
Yeah, I think that's
Okay.
really cool.
Okay,
I mean, I
got
think it's
you.
gonna be good regardless. I didn't watch the new trailer yet, but the
I'll do
first
black
trailer
and
looked
white.
cool.
And I'll go back and rewatch the color one, but I'll start with the black and white joint.
Yeah.
Snow Bunny, did y'all ever watch Bates Motel? Thoughts?
Yeah, that's it. Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
Anybody watch Bates
I
Motel?
watched the first. So I've told y'all before, I can watch just about anything. I can't do grape scenes, and I called it a day. I think I only watched like the first 3 or 4 episodes. I'm sure it's really good. I should get back to it, but nah, that scene was a little bit too much for me.
Bates Motel.
Yeah, I haven't seen it either.
Casey, we've been here for fucking 2 hours. How you show up late and tell us the audio is low, bro?
Yeah, that's crazy.
Some bullshit.
Area 51 escapee. Might check out the trailers for the upcoming horror movies Leviticus and Affection. They both look dope. Also, random question, but are you a fan of the album Point Blank, My Nail Bomb?
We were just talking about Leviticus.
I think a different Leviticus probably. Yeah, I was wearing a nail bomb shirt. If not last week, the week before. That's the one that has the Klansman on the front with the scope on it. Rod asked, "Where would you wear that?"
I did.
I was like, "What do you mean? I wear it all the time." So yes, I like Sepultura more, but I love Nail Bomb.
Black Ross, thoughts on Gen V getting canceled?
I was confused because I haven't watched. No spoilers, you fucking dicks. I haven't watched any of The Boys, so I wasn't sure if that played into The Boys or something. Like why
Yeah,
it was
but not
canceled.
directly. But yeah, I don't think I knew it was canceled. Did I?
They announced it a couple days ago that
Oh,
they're
okay,
not doing
okay.
the 3rd season.
Wow, that's interesting because they kind of, I think they kind of left. I don't think it was really concluded, was it?
I assumed they brought the people from Gen V into The Boys. That's what I assumed, but I haven't seen any of this new season.
That would probably be the best way to do it, to kind of wrap up that storyline. Because they kind of ended up, I think, partnering with somebody else and it made it seem like it was going to be a 3rd season, but I don't think they even really need a 3rd season, so I think it's fine.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's not something I'm pressed to watch. 2 more. Is there a way to get past the state copyright and make a film that wasn't just a hagiography? Maybe that's a typo.
Wait,
It starts with an H. Hagiography fan service. What filmmaker would you appoint?
If there was a way to get past the state copyright,
HAGIO.
I don't understand the question. Hold on.
But basically,
I get what they're trying
Yeah.
to say. There was a way to get past. So you're talking about like a Diddy or like a
Oh.
if you 50 Cent, then
Oh well,
50 Cent would be the guy.
A hagiography is basically like a puff piece.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
like
that's
what
what
we
I
just-
figured that they were
yeah.
trying to say. Like, could they say it /fan service?
Let's just
I
say
had-
puff feast.
I'd never heard that word before. I mean,
They were just using a real term, I guess.
Well, you gotta use big words.
Yeah, I don't know what that. I didn't know what that was.
Big words.
I know now,
What
but
filmmaker would you appoint?
I gotta look it up just to
tell
see.
that story.
Is he talking specifically the Michael Jackson
Yes.
story?
Yep.
Is he?
Yeah.
I don't think I watch enough documentaries to have documentary people. Or sorry, I don't think I watch enough biopics to have biopic favorites. So I don't know.
Neither do I, but I don't know if there's a way to get past the Jackson estate to do this film. Now, the documentary that they released was able to get around with, but they were talking to victims, alleged victims. So that's how they were able to do it. But to make a movie about Michael,
With all of the yeah. Now, if it was Dead or Alive, David Lynch, I'd watch the shit out of a David Lynch Michael Jackson biopic. That shit would be so good.
I feel like they need to be black.
Michael be floating in the sky and shit like that.
I feel like
Exactly.
I feel
It
like
would be, the whole movie would be like that fucking "Leave Me Alone" video. Where he's dancing around with Elephant Man's bones and shit.
The moonwalker actually be on the moon.
Right.
Yeah.
Exactly.
That's crazy.
That shit would be so good.
How y'all think Ryan Coogler would do with it?
He would do.
I don't
He
know.
would do it. He would. I don't know if he would tell the story though. You're gonna need somebody. Yeah. All right.
Rob Costa talking about Sam Levinson.
Man, Stop it.
Bro.
Michael Jackson shirts would be super tight.
Macaulay Culkin dressed up like a dog.
What?
Talking about.
That's the last one. Just into this to give you guys your flowers. I started watching Daddy Hip Hop in 2012, and have been listening to Is the Mic and Friends with Zach since the first episode. Shout out to Nate, FIFO, Beezy, and Sophie as well. That was the last one. Appreciate that chill vibes.
Yeah.
And that's it. We're done.
All right. That wasn't too bad.
Too shabby.
Yep. So we appreciate you guys tuning in, man, and watching us cover the Michael Jackson film. And
A lot of people showed up too.
yeah, it's Michael, bro.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yep.
And that's one thing I'll say. I didn't, for whatever reason, it didn't register that this many people would go out and watch this movie like that. I did not.
Why.
I don't know why it never hit me that they would.
Yeah,
I don't know, man. I don't know why I didn't never take it that seriously. I just didn't.
It's Michael Jackson, dude.
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
Now, it makes sense now.
Yeah.
But before, I just never even, just never even registered.
All right. Well, we'll leave it there, man. Check out our Euphoria reviews and everything else we got coming up, and we'll catch you guys next time. We out. Peace.